Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Thursday night, and we are back at it again. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and we are here for our weekly podcast, Let's Rumble, where we go through the hot topics in wrestling. Us three knuckleheads kind of argue over what we feel is right and wrong in wrestling right now. But folks, tonight is a special night. Happy holidays to everyone out there. You got Thursday in the book, the fourth day of Christmas, and we got a couple more to go. So, or day 4 of Christmas week, if you want to put it that way. But folks, it's going to be a fun night. We're going to look back at 2022, talk about some of the craziest stories. 2022 will go down as one of the most insane, holy shit, years in a long time, folks. But don't go anywhere. We're ready to argue. We're ready to have some fun. So let's go.
You want to steal the holiday spirit?
Ding, ding, ding. We are live, and back at it again. Folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is Let's Rumble, and I am CEEJAY White, Mr. Every Night, the Iron Man of YouTube. I'm joined by these two pretty faces, the one, the only, the Mr. Legend, CJ Brand, and of course, last but never least, our best friend, your best friend, the what man himself, Big Nick.
Why?
What y'all doing?
I'm doing.
I'm
doing good. I'm starting to get in that festive, that holiday spirit. You know, we're just knocking at the doorstep. Yeah, we got that ho ho ho, holy shit going on.
Motherfucker got him some ho vitamins going on. That's all.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I'm not gonna lie, I got some.
I'm feeling the Christmas spirit.
I got
feeling the glow.
Peppermint vitamins today for Christmas, and ho ho ho.
See, he's got the peppermint oozy.
The peppermint oozy.
What the fuck?
So before we dive into everything else, guys, would you agree that 2022 was a pretty insane year for wrestling, for the IWC, for everybody? Like, it's been crazy.
Insane, crazy, laughable, enjoyable, fuckable. I mean, wait, what? No, man. Yeah, I know, right? 2022 for wrestling has been absolutely insane all over. Just from the companies, the news, the releases, the rehires, the hiring, the firing, the retirements, and et cetera, et cetera. There's so much shit that went down, and it's just like a lot of these things we all probably forgot about that really happened this year. So
it's crazy. Like, even coming up with a list, you're like, holy man. And Nick, what do you think about it?
Oh, no, absolutely. It's one of those, and I don't know if it's just because that's when we started doing this and everything like that, but just seeing everything that's gone on in professional wrestling this year, it's been blink and you miss it. There's stuff that you forgot even happened in 2022, like CJ was saying. Like, we were coming up with stuff for the award show and everything. We're like, still had to remember to include like WrestleMania and everything like that. We're like, oh wait, that still happened this year.
For real. I feel like it didn't for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like WrestleMania was like something that we're still waiting on for like next year or some type. But
it was so long ago, in my humble opinion. Like, WrestleMania, like, even when we were chatting, it was like, oh shit, stuff happened at WrestleMania that was a pretty big deal in wrestling, but it felt years ago.
But it's still, even like what we were with this whole show and everything tonight, of there's been so many news stories and so many huge things that have happened that you almost forget they all happened within one singular year.
Right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So crazy. I'm saying, like, WrestleMania happened. I was there and I forgot about it. I was like straight up there, and I straight just like, damn, WrestleMania really happened. Like, I'm up thinking like, damn, when the hell did I go to WrestleMania? Like, it felt like it was last year, but I mean, bro, it was April.
Yes, and I mean, as far as backstage and the curtain being pulled across, I mean, this was a year to remember as far as scandals and fighting and bickering and social media fights and just chaos, pie faces and all that good stuff all happened this year.
If you weren't a Smart Mark fan or anything like that, or a Smark or anything like that, you certainly were after 2022. That was your baptize into you're learning all the backstage details. You're hearing about rumors getting out, accusations, and all the insider little details, little stories.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm really happy that segment last night happened. I just on a quick side note before we put all our award show together, because it just became a front runner for a category or two. With that being said,
can I touch on something real quickly because you mentioned that?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, because I feel like right now Papa Paul needs to very much just be like Suge Knight of like, so if you want to come to the real pro wrestling to where rappers and celebrities aren't all up on the promos, aren't up all there taking the segments, come to WWE.
You know what, bro? I ain't gonna cap it to you. I can't let y'all talk that bad on Rick Ross. Rick Ross is my favorite rapper.
Oh, he's good. He's good. But he took the whole segment over. Like, if you want to have a Rick Ross segment, have Rick Ross and Mark Henry do the main event. So have that shit new commentary. Go ahead.
But you know what's crazy? Wale did the same thing though during the Uso New Days beef. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Like Wale was doing the same thing.
Not as bad.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Not as bad.
There was Wale out there saying, "You a big mother."
But the whole thing was a shit show. But nothing against Rick Ross at all. I think he's great. He's comfortable. He's confident. Maybe too confident. But I mean,
that's him though. That's him.
Oh, I love Rick Ross, but still at the same time, man, he outshined Swerve, Keith Lee, and that whole segment, like you said, you had Parker Boudreaux, mini Baby Brock there that looked like a
okay. I think it's time
next to Keith Lee.
I think it's time to stop calling him Baby Brock because that motherfucker sucks. Like he is garbage, bro.
If anyone's ever seen a toddler stop what they're doing and use the bathroom in their diaper and they just get that red angry face on, that is Baby Brock. Like between every move, the guy
Baby Brock.
Like he did a back break and then he's just like he just hit like the most improv. Like he just body slammed Andre. Like what the fuck?
The question is, do y'all think that he would have thrived better in WWE, or is he doing the best he can do right now in AEW?
I think he just sucks.
Me too.
I mean, what happened in the group that he was in with Sonny Kiss and everything like that little Job Squad 2.0 that they had going on? That just disbanded real quick.
The Trust Bunnies, the Trust
Fund, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, come to find out, the other guy's kind of not really that well known. He's been training, but out of nowhere.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, we're begging for certain, and I don't want to get into it. Go watch last night's stream where I got to just bitch for 2 hours about AEW, unadulterated. Nobody got to question me. I had no objections, no overruled. But yeah. So,
I just knew for a fact that when Rick Ross came out and when Rick Ross was announced, they were going to throw that accusation thing around.
Absolutely.
And he's talking about especially no false accusations. I'm like, bruh, come on.
It looks like he needs some assistance.
Man, for real, but I'm telling you, the
whole
shit was
like keep eyes in the back of your head and no, he didn't turn around. Rick Ross just poked them. Like,
but so is it damning though that nothing out of AEW Dynamite last night that was really shared around was anything in ring? We had Jamie Hayter versus Sheeta. That was a great match. Nobody's really sharing shit about that. You had this, that, and the third. Everybody's sharing. You a big motherfucker.
Yeah, no, everything was a botch or a blooper or like randomly they just broke out a cinder block and put it on his chest and jumped on it. Like, okay,
Finn Balor's move on it at that. But yeah, Rick Ross turning around looking at Keith Lee like that. You a big mother? I'm like,
I was gonna say Keith was the biggest one in the whole situation.
It was the funniest thing out of nowhere. It's like Swerve was supposed to be here 10 seconds ago. Quick, fill time. Hey man, you're huge.
You're looking big. You can whoop my ass.
Hey, Rick was rushing Swerve to come out, and then all of a sudden Keith was saying, I guess Keith said something, or I forget who said something. He's talking about give the man some time, give the young legend some time. But it's like, bro, you're rushing him to come out. You asked for the music 5 times.
Swerve, brother,
Right.
bro.
Hello.
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 That's crazy as hell, man.
Literally one of the worst fan voting as far as ratings go for an AEW show of 2022. It was bad. Like I think the average was somewhere around 4, maybe. Like it was a low night. Even I think we had one diehard stick it out and give us like an 8.
I was gonna say that's what happens when people get drunk at the Christmas party.
Right?
You know what's crazy? Their ratings actually increased to 957,000 from last night's show.
Shit. So, I said to people, if I'm wrong about the ratings, I'll be here to eat it.
Yeah, so at least they were up a little. I mean, they increased about 7,000 from last week's show. So
because everybody's at home, ain't nobody got shit to do.
You have the quarterlies there. Like, can you see the last segment? Like the main event was fucking off. Like it was like watching a snail race.
Wasn't the main event Hater and
Hater?
Yeah.
That allegedly got a lot of props though. Like I've actually seen the match. Yeah, they said that shit was great.
Mm-hmm. It was. I felt really bad for the ladies because they were put in a no-win spot. You started the show with, trios chaos and everything everywhere and people bleeding, and then it just kind of like gradually got slower and quieter and quieter. By the time you got to the main event, everybody was dead. Like and like it was bad. I felt bad. They should have went on first, to be honest. And if you're gonna tear down the fucking house, you do it at the end of the show.
But that's the problem, though. That's the whole problem, though. People are complaining, like Paige's whole thing. That's why I believe this is what happened. Only reason why Paige is truly in AEW is that she struck a deal and said, Tony, if I come here, you're going to be featuring women in the main event at least maybe once a month or either twice a month in the main event. That's a possibility, and I can see that happen. Only reason I say this is because she came out last night with Tony Storm, I guess, to fight off the DMD Society. Shit, DMD like for real. So I mean, I can only assume, but
right.
The real question is, where the hell do we start in 2022?
2022. I think what we can do. I mean, we can talk about a whole bunch of things, but what we tried to do was break down, and I'm telling you, like you weren't there, but we broke down the top 5 kind of big stories of the year, the ones that kind of carried the most of the year, were big names involved, in our humble opinion. Now, we're always looking for people out there. If you disagree or you feel like we missed something, let us know. We'll also run through a quick honorable mention list of stories that almost made the list, but we can't sit here all night long and run through all the crazy stories. So we kind of broke it down. There was a couple heartbreakers that just missed the top 5, but
we still got hours upon hours of footage. You can go and watch us argue about that shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, with that being said, folks, let's get into, how about you give me a thumbs up if you want to get into the list. There you go. Yeah, I got 2.
You get more than a thumbs up.
Before we go into the top 5, we'll just do this real quick. What's up, Dale? Steven. CJ, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, how are you?
Percy, WWE Hall of Famer, Coco Beware in the hospital. Hey, he was one of my favorites when I was young because he had a bird.
You got a bird.
That's the way you describe the man that's a Hall of Famer.
No, but I mean, when I was young, it was like, and you didn't know, you just saw these big giant wrestler dudes.
Right, he's got a bird.
Was colorful and had a
I like the guy. He's got a parrot.
No, T's and P's, absolutely. Like I said, one of my faves. So very sad story out there today, and we hope he pulls through. Thank you for the compliments on the name change. Happy holidays. Hassan, how you doing? Yes, we will be there tomorrow.
Worst decision. Damn. Tyrus is just a shit storm in general.
I don't get the hate, honestly.
Me either. I don't even. Shit, I just said just because he look a fucking mess. For real.
This man is like, well, you look like a bum, so you must be a bum.
Thomas, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here again tonight. CJ's ready for the show. Hassan again. Don't say the F word podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, we can't say the F word.
Do you know what the F word is?
Yeah, no.
Fuck. No.
No. I set you up too perfectly.
Oh I was just like, oh, here that softball goes.
Oh, man.
I'll be out here
right
catching
down the middle.
There we go. Hassan, before Sunday morning church, Lakewood, and more OVs in the parades beforehand. Before Monday. Okay. Great, Hassan. King Jordan, good to see you. Who else we got here? Steve Chambers. How you doing? We already talked about
accusations.
No, that's not accusation, guys. That's accusisting.
Oh, it was the Trustbusters. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's true about Ryback, actually.
We love Ryback.
You shut up.
No, that's what we need to do. Like, instead of a secret Santa, of like, we each need to give each other like
that's what the plan was. So
to read and be like, who wrote this?
Well, that's what the plan is at the end of the show. And Nick kind of let the cat out of the bag.
I didn't.
It was our Christmas gift. You ruined Secret Santa. But no. So at the end of the show, we do have the private chat here. So we might take turns putting comments in that the other gentlemen have never seen before. We're kind of ripping off SNL if you pay attention. And the other guys are going to have to say, what's there without being, enough to get us canceled. Thanks, guys.
Council culture is over with.
Mess up something, though.
Let's see. We say, guys, think of the SAP. What the fuck? The Chaos Project Wrestling. What the hell are you talking about?
Chaos Project doing wrestling.
Oh, it's a new faction that they've established on Dark. It's Dr. Luther's kind of new thing of it's SAP. Ha, we all get it. Ha.
Super ass. I ain't gonna say that word. Frankie and the Parrot. Yeah. I like Tyrus. No.
Great background. That's what we
that. I didn't click on that.
You're stuck on no.
Right, you're stuck on no.
Right, great background, guys.
Brandon, what is the F word? Tell me, Frank. No. What is it, Frank? Effing fucktard.
So do we need to start playing a game here? We'll play like Pictionary or something like that.
For real. Give me the goddamn word magazine.
Wrestling fans outside of pro wrestling that we know that it's not 100% on the up and up. Call it starts with an F.
If it's not real, it's
a fiction.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my God!
That's the right answer. I'm sorry. We went to the judges. Ding.
Show me potato salad.
What the fuck?
Show me orange.
Hey, grandma.
Oh my God. Some fucking potato salad.
All right, folks, we're completely off. We did have a show, but we'll get there. We don't worry. We only got like 5 categories to get through. Not categories, stories. But with that being said, without a further ado, let's go to number 5 on the 2022 top Rumble topics of the year.
This is the best time of the year to play World of Tanks.
Play for free and get tons of gifts.
Whoa, we are back. But yeah, number 5, Sashay away. Sasha and Naomi.
This motherfucker done put Sasha Banks in the what's that? The maximum male model groups and shit.
Right?
Fancy ass name. Sasha
Banks.
Man.
Yeah,
Sasha Banks and Naomi, that was one of the biggest things that you probably I'm surprised it wasn't number 1, low key. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh wow.
It's because it's still being talked about, and it happened a while ago, but it's still being talked about as of today. This woman is in the damn news 24/7. Accusations above me.
Well, we just have, I guess, a moment of silence, what have you, for Naomi in this whole story, because that poor woman has been forgotten.
Naomi,
exactly.
What the hell is that?
Because Naomi has been forgotten in this whole story. They're following Sasha going to Wrestle Kingdom like they're like you see for little kids of, which is fully, 100% real for those little kids listening out there and everything, which shame on you parents. But that they're following Sasha going to New Japan like they do with Santa going over, like leaving the North Pole and everything. Like
she is now in Sweden.
We still don't know. She's not advertised for a match. We still don't know anything that she's doing outside of she's going to be in the arena.
Yes.
Oh no, she is advertised for a match. I'm aware of. I thought she had a match. She's supposed to be making an appearance.
So you went from match to appearance real quick.
I mean, when is Wrestle Kingdom? When is Wrestle Kingdom?
January 4th and 21st.
Okay,
they have 2 nights, except instead of 2 nights back to back, they're 2 nights, 2 weeks apart.
So you telling me that you're gonna pay? You telling me you're gonna pay this woman $30,000 to fly her ass to Japan and just to make a fucking appearance? No, but that's. But I'm saying if she said $30,000 per appearance.
Yeah, but New Japan gave her a little bigger.
I mean, she finna fucking fight.
More than anybody for per appearance.
Man,
so who was talking about Wrestle Kingdom before, outside of Omega versus Ospreay? And that's more a me thing. I know that for a fact. Of who was talking about Wrestle Kingdom until they said Sasha's going to be there, and then everybody's paying attention to Wrestle Kingdom now.
Oh no!
The biggest draw before that was Carl Anderson. That was your Forbidden Door.
The people
or FTR, which we all know at this point, they're dropping every title and on their way out the door.
The folks booking Wrestle Kingdom are genius, and they have more eyes on them than ever. They pulled a piece of every little puzzle they could get, and now you have all these wrestlers from different companies interacting, crisscrossing. A lot of people are going to want. Listen, we're talking about showing up at 3 a.m. with sleeping bags and our jammies to cover it. We're
making s'mores.
That's great. You want s'mores?
You want some s'more? Cup of head.
I'm weak. Leo Rush is going to be there as well tomorrow.
It's the ultimate Forbidden Door. You have WWE
I'm sorry, not
talent,
tomorrow.
You have Impact talent. You have AEW talent. You have New Japan talent. It's
so she's not going to. So okay, so this is what the rumor mill was. And if so, Sasha's not going to have a match, but she is going to make an appearance during the Kairi Sane versus Tam Knock, whatever the fucking last name is. Because did you see that shit where Sasha is supposed to be taking on Kairi Sane for that belt?
Yes, that was the rumor.
That's a fan-made thing. That's her dream match type thing. That's not anything.
But you wouldn't think that's true. So what other match? Because they're only having that match that I can.
But could it happen in WWE or could it happen with the WWE and New Japan crossover?
But Kairi Sane doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to be back in America.
She's Stardom, New Japan's women's champion.
Mm-hmm.
So say if this is the start of a feud and start of a relationship, because Hunter's always had interest in Japanese wrestling and everything like that. He almost bought Noah when he had more position before his medical scare and everything like that. So I very much could see them. Okay, so it's like we've talked about on this stream before of rather than go strictly at AEW, I'm going to mess with everybody that's around you. I'm going to work with Impact. I'm going to work with New Japan. And now you don't have access to those guys because they're dealing with us.
Correct. And trust me, because you remember that Royal Rumble card that we seen when we seen Jay White's name on there?
Right.
It's all a perfect, it's everything, all of this is a perfect full circle. And I truly do believe that Sasha is still with WWE, but they're keeping it quiet because they don't want to ruin the Rumble. Because as soon as we hear that report that Sasha Banks is still with WWE, WWE allowed her to go work in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now we're going to know that Rumble card we've seen is actually true. And that's going to be the problem.
We've seen it even with the weekly shows that they're holding their cards close to the vest. Like they don't give us a whole lot. Like they're really trying to build it. And I kept saying, I think certain reporters or, people out there instantly connected dots and made a correlation between New Japan and AEW. But it feels like Triple H is in on this game too. I even saw the rumor of, what was it, Suzuki being in the Royal Rumble, perhaps?
I forget, but
Christ, we've seen rumors about Stephen A. Smith managing people at WrestleMania. I think they just sit there and work the fucking dirt sheet writers as much as they can.
Yeah.
And I know this is maybe a topic that we're going to be talking about later, may not make the cut or what have you. But I feel like it's a prime example of this type of stuff is what they did with Bray Wyatt and the White Rabbit and everything, of how they play stuff close to the vest. If they can, like CJ was saying, with stuff like this with Sasha, they'll fully play it close to the chest. She's still in the intro for the fucking shows, but she doesn't work there. Okay.
Oh, she's still on the intro.
Wait, and they took her off but put her back on. That's the funniest part.
Right.
Interesting. I see. I've been trying my best to see, the intro, but I mean, I never make it for the fucking intro. I ain't gonna lie. So I never know.
It's a true story.
Yeah, it's fucking true. I confess the hell out of that.
Well, speaking of, I don't exactly agree with this about AJ being at Wrestle Kingdom, which, I mean, if that happens, that's insane. But
he got invited.
What's up?
He had just got an invitation to go to Wrestle Kingdom recently. I think probably like yesterday.
Well, that's interesting. Well, because Asuka's going over to Japan, that might be for a different reason. I know Io's been sharing a lot of stuff of like when she was going back over to Japan and her hanging out with Kyrie and all of that. We know Carl Anderson's going over to defend the never openweight title. We know Shinsuke Nakamura is going over to Noah for the last match for
everybody going everywhere.
Great Muda. So I feel like Hunter's, he already had that whole goal of NXT Global, all of that, NXT Europe, what have you, and everything. So I think he's fully willing to reach out and work with all these other markets.
Absolutely. And I mean, he's all about business. Now, this is a part of the story now. And just to kind of touch on it, because I know we're supposed to quickly talk about the news story. If you guys don't know, Sasha and Naomi were the tag champs, the women's tag champs, obviously. They decided one night they didn't like how things sounded. And I believe the rumor was that Sasha was going to go over Naomi, I believe it was the rumor anyway. And they put the belts down on Johnny Ace and walked out. And they
it was a qualifying tournament type thing.
Yeah. So they didn't like it. They wanted to bring respectability to the women's tag team division. And I mean, it's been long rumored that they're going to return. They're going to return. Now it's like maybe not.
But would you really want to return? Because let's be real, the women's division for the tag is still shit. So why would I?
You were taking the words out of my mouth. I was about to say, and they've done so much to prove them wrong.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't know what truly Hunter could do besides get rid of both women's titles and make it, just unify both. Because it would be better off if we can see, the NXT women's champions, on the main roster. Why? Because it'll bring more awareness for one, to NXT. So I mean, let's go ahead and do that again. I mean, because we had a great pathway when it first was announced. Like when we first got the women's tag team belts, we seen the women's tag team on all three brands, Raw and SmackDown and NXT. Then the NXT got their own tag titles, and then it was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why did we do it? So we kind of wasted our time.
Mm-hmm. And I'll argue that the NXT women's tag titles get a little more love than almost every other tag team division out there.
Because they got tag teams down there. That's why.
They got a couple.
Right. So.
Well, is it interesting, too, though, that this is not Sasha's first rodeo with, I guess, causing a stir, causing a ruckus over the women's tag titles?
Division?
Yeah, she's very much become the I don't want to fully use this comparable, but she's become the CM Punk of the women's locker room, I feel, a little bit.
Right? A little bit.
I wouldn't go that far, though. I can't go that far, low-key. Because she
why? Because she didn't do it at a press conference?
No. Fuck. Because she's not walking out for a bad reason. And I mean, there's truly really no good.
Punk wasn't walking out for a bad reason.
Punk is literally
we can save that.
We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that.
All right.
Because, like I said, the women walked out because they were not being treated fairly from their boss. And we all know that because Stephanie McMahon was she's a heavy advocate to this day for the women's roster. What if Stephanie McMahon gave them the fucking advice? Who knows? We really don't know anything because there's yeah, you look at me like that, but you would be fucking surprised. You never freaking know who in that company is telling somebody to do something that's very negative.
Photos. We'll get to it.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I was saying maybe she said walk out. Fuck it. We'll be in charge soon. You just never know. It's crazy, man. It's
right.
But yeah.
Well, I think the reason this one makes the list, and I think the reason why most of these stories make the list is they've had longevity. Like they walked out in the beginning of the year. I think it was still Q1 when they walked out. And here we are at the end of the year still. And like you said, CJ, we're still talking about it. Now this story carries into January, into 2023. So a really strong story from that standpoint. So just on a yay or nay, is Sasha with the WWE and staying with the WWE?
I'm gonna
Mhm.
go Sasha
Yup.
and Naomi are both there.
Okay.
Because even if you don't do the tag titles, then you have Sasha can go after singles belt, and why not put the Naomi with the bloodline right now?
You could.
Man, I'll tell you, it'll be heat. That officially the bloodline would truly be complete with Naomi joining, and then the last person they got to worry about is Ava Raine. That's it.
There you
And
go.
we're good.
Yeah, you
Hey,
put
He's the special guest ref between Roman and Rock at Mania.
right.
oh,
You put
fucking
Lacey
hell.
with Imperium.
What?
You put Lacey with Imperium, and then you
Oh,
know,
brother.
there you go. There you
She
go.
turned into such a horrible gimmick, man. I don't know. She
I'm
got
gonna give her a
pregnant and
chance
got
with
back.
this revamp.
Fuck that. Ain't no more revamping her. Okay, she got revamped. Fuck this
No.
military person out.
The
Go back to the
comments
classic
or what
Southern.
have you that she's made, I'm all set with Lacey Evans. You don't need to work here no more. I'll take Mandy Rose and her, all of that versus all the nonsense that Lacey Evans shared and everything like
Fair
that.
enough. That's funny.
You can miss me with that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Sasha and Naomi making number 5 of the list. I guess one of the most talked about topics technically in 2022. It's outright crazy. So I'm curious to figure out what number 4 is. I ain't gonna lie.
You have
I don't know.
number 4. Number 4 is down here somewhere. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Rumble topic of the year as far as number 4 of 5. I don't know why I'm dragging this out so long. Number 4.
Paramount Plus, streaming the stars and causing a fuss. Original series, there's plenty to see. Tap the magic will fill you with glee. Paramount Plus, mountain of inter.
Oh, I saw your face in the back. What was that?
Shit, talk about some damn heat. This motherfucker got the
Nah.
damn scarf already.
All right.
Hey, yeah. Nick, go ahead and take it away.
No, it's just, this was one of the best things in professional wrestling of 2022, and they've now managed to. Okay, what just happened?
What?
But
That's
that's one of the
ridiculous.
best things to happen in professional wrestling in 2022. And now, granted, I feel like they've fumbled it, mumbled it, all of that. They're Leon let with the ball towards the end zone there, but it's been one of the most talked about things I feel in professional wrestling in 2022, and it's one of those. It at least went from what summer at least of 2022 to now. I mean, now he's world champ. Now it's still going on.
Well, I feel like it was long standing, and again, another criteria when we were working this out. But dude, it started with the rumors of MJF's not happy about his money, and it went on for like a couple months. And you kept saying no. I mean, this guy's so good. Why would that even be a thing?
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I forgot about this. Damn, my bad. I forgot all about
Yeah.
Tamina.
Yeah.
I should have forgot about Tamina in the bloodline too. That's
Don't
possible.
worry, WWE did too.
Yeah,
I just
she's
keep
a
out
part of the
looking.
crew now, man.
Yeah,
Right.
but the whole MJF situation, you already know where I was standing on that. I was saying if they didn't bring him back at that pay-per-view, they needed to bring him back on the next Dynamite. But obviously they brought him back on the pay-per-view, which is great. Now, the longevity of it, I low-key, now that I look back at it, I think that the timing was just right. Because the reason I say this is because they had the Casino Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Then they had a random person just come out with the mask, and we didn't find out who it was to the end of the show to start a new rivalry with CM Punk. It was perfectly planned out on that show. I mean, it could have been shorter, but honestly, I don't think they could have done a job better. Now, post that shit,
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell wrote that. That shit was terrible. It still was terrible to the second. So I don't know.
You're not that far off. Now, I'll ask this is do we still think that is there any chance this like the pipe bomb? Obviously, the biggest moment of all this was that pipe bomb.
Fire me, you fucking Mark.
Right.
Fire me. Yeah, that was that's the thing is there was much like with the Sasha Naomi thing, like we were just talking about, with this especially, people couldn't make heads or tails whether this was a shoot or a work. This was very okie dokie.
Right.
This was very much Like, no one could make heads or tails of this. Was really him just, fuck it. This is literally how unhinged Tony's let this company go. Of MJF is not showing events. He's not showing up autographs and everything. Like it became a thing, especially once he was not showing up signings.
The whole airport watching blew my mind.
Right.
He's here. No, he's not. He got on a plane. Well, he didn't. He's in Switzerland. What? Not you, Siri.
What the fuck? This one, y'all have gotten a fucking plane. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah,
even Siri agrees. This was
right.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, no, sorry, go ahead, CJ.
No, I just don't know, man. I mean, the way that MJF personally carried himself was perfect for one and all. I mean, also, he truly made himself feel like that he wasn't. I mean, he truly made us all feel like that he wasn't relevant anymore. The promo he had, what did he say? The best thing the devil ever did was
convince the world it didn't exist.
Correct, and that's what he pretty much did. No social media at all. No fucking sign of him. He wasn't even outside for, I guess, the 3 months he was out or whatever. I don't even know how long it was, but for how long he was outside. Nobody seen him at all until he came back. So. I got a fucking frog in my fucking esophagus. This shit is weird.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He went silent, and we started talking about, like, has he been quiet too long?
Almost. Almost.
But that's the thing. I think that's why, like you were saying there, CJ, to where they, granted, already feel a bit in that execution of how they did it, but you knew something was going to be huge when MJF came back. And I know we were here live and we popped huge for it, especially me, to where they're playing the voice recordings and everything of Tony saying, all right, I'll pay you amount of money, but you just have to show up here and everything. And this was handwritten, built, made, ready package for an MJF versus CM Punk feud, especially with the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And CM Punk Ring of Honor video.
Did you guys like the return? Did you like how it played out?
When he came off for the match, I was kind of iffy about it.
Yeah, because
he kind of tricked me personally. I thought it was fucking Moxley. I ain't gonna lie, because of that spin move he did in the ring. So I was like, oh, it's Moxley. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is MJF really this fucking skinny and lean? I guess he is.
the second I saw it, I knew, or the second I knew that there was like a surprise entrant and all of that, I figured it was MJF.
But like, let's say for instance, if you weren't somebody that was doing,
I was smoking the hopium fully.
Yeah,
you smoking that hopium pack to the full.
There's a nervous energy on stream for that night. I hope it's MJF.
Right, it better be. Otherwise, you're gonna see some shit get broke.
Would it have been better if he would have found a way, like, you know what? He wins that ladder match, but maybe the same exact way, but he does cash in that night and run away with the belt that night. And it's
100%.
Holy fuck, he's back. Holy shit, he's the champion.
Right. And I think you could almost dodge a bit of what happened after that if you did that.
Or maybe it would have mattered less, because that's my next question.
Right.
How impactful was that brawl? And we will talk about this again, but without going too far into that scenario, you know, that had a big impact on what's happened with MJF since becoming the champion or heading towards the belt.
Right.
It's been lackluster.
Now he's involved with Moxley to the end of time. Now he's been involved with the firm that was supposed to be with him. This, that, and the third. Yeah.
Wait, what?
You didn't know W. Morrissey is now Big Bill. That's his name. We have Top Dollar and Big Bill. We need to have them battle it out for Big Bank to Little Bank.
Yeah, Big Bill. Big Bill.
I'm gonna change my name. I'm not the brother of Tony Khan no more.
Brother of Tony
yeah, you don't want to be that.
I'm definitely not the brother of Tony Khan. I'm now the brother of Nick Khan. What the fuck? Okay, Big Bill.
Well, you still believe, though, even when back to MJF and everything, you still fully believe that the bidding war of 2024 is going to happen. 100%.
No, I think it's a kayfabe. I don't think. First of all, there's not going to be any bidding war because by the time 2024 hits, it's probably going to be a fucking AEW. So let's just be real. Like, what is? Give me name two people right now that's really drawing in AEW.
Tony Khan and Shad Khan. That bank account will carry them all the way the fuck across that finish line, however long they decide to fucking go.
Well, yeah, right. Like they're not going. That's the thing. It's a big.
That's
bank.
fucking sad. I asked this man, give me the 2 biggest draws. This motherfucker says the fucking owner's name.
Right.
That's it. That's all that matters. And I think that's part of this. Is wants to play. I said last night on the Dynamite stream, I have this theory that this is just a tax write-off. Like Shad doesn't care, doesn't want it to make money. Fucking go in the hole as far as you can. Pull an Eric Bischoff and blow the budget because I have all this shit doing really well and I need to counterbalance the taxes.
It's a fucking,
you know what taxes?
It's a shadow business. Shad Khan's running the fucking mob through AEW.
Right? Like, I need some balance.
I'm ready. I'm truly ready.
Tony, go play with your action figures. Go have fun. Go play in your room.
Fucking goodness. I'm ready to see the new AEW.
Yes,
2023. I can't wait to see that.
A little side, but
a lot of duct tape, a lot of cardboard, a lot of markers instead of pyro.
ECW.
AEW.
I don't know. I hope they get a different Titantron, but I don't know. Do you guys currently like the stage that they have right now, or do you prefer?
I don't mind it.
I hated it once it became a whole face tunnel, heel tunnel thing of like, it reminded me very much of the Impact Zone.
Right. Or you see guys like, do I go left or do I go right? I don't know.
Right. So like, that's
we don't know either.
You have to pay attention
we don't know
which
either.
one they go down.
He's talking about we don't know either. Damn right you don't know, damn it.
Just
That's crazy.
Live in the fucking Titantron.
Right. Now, what do you think now quickly with MJF moving into 2023? Obviously, he's had some words with out of no, like, I mean, we're getting sidetracked.
The smack talker, Skywalker.
Well, is that what we're gonna get that in 2023?
Well, no, I thought that's where you're going with this. So that's
why we're setting up a couple other things, and you know, we saw Ricky get in an argument with Jericho, which I went on a tirade about. You know, Ricky gets fiery, and here comes the big giant fucking ball of water. Yeah, not good. But with all that being said, what do you think MJF needs to kind of put him over the top as like, I'm really this badass champion?
I hate to say this, but he needs CM Punk.
Oh,
I'm halfway, almost pretty much. I basically said thought the same thing, just without saying it. I said he needs a solid challenger, like one that you literally like. If not CM Punk, Bryan Danielson.
I don't think Bryan can do it though. I don't have faith in Bryan.
Bryan Danielson versus MJF, and you think Danielson could win it?
Bryan,
I don't think. Name me anybody else on that roster that you see him versus across the ring from MJF, and you think they could win it.
Moxley.
Well, that's just
Adam
fucking
Page.
shit. That's just because that's
Kenny Omega, Adam Cole. I keep naming.
No, I didn't hear anything at past Mox. So
okay, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Hangman Adam Page.
I can defend all of them. Cole's on the sideline.
Fuck off.
Omega's still in what match 5 out of 7 in the rinse repeat match.
He's wearing the scarf. There's no way we're going to get him to admit some of my. Now, a lot of the fans said MJF would
Big
lose
Bill
at the next pay-per-view.
Big Bill.
Big Bill takes the belt.
Look, Big Funky can be.
Big Funky.
Doesn't Big Bill sound like a bunk
the Funkasaurus,
right? Welcome to prison. I'm Big Bill. Run!
So the question truly is, bro, when is look, I'm gonna call the motherfucker Rick Ross. When is Mark Henry gonna come back for a match? You say he's gonna fight. I do want to see Rick Ross fight now. I ain't gonna lie.
Anyone know why Parker Boudreaux decided to wrestle like he was Rick Ross and go between every move?
Because they the mogul, what they call it? The mogul effects or some shit?
The mogul,
the Meagles,
right? The fucking Meagles.
The mogul. You man never read the word mogul before.
Hey, because I ain't got it in front of me. God damn it, man. But yeah, I mean, MJF being number 4, that's very acceptable. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. Because he had one of the biggest moments. Now his title reign, who knows what's really going on with the title reign? I hope that list that we did see is something that's true, and we'll actually see him face all of those
Like, check
competitors.
those ones off.
Shout out
Right.
Edward.
Fucking Edward, bro.
Edward, Darby was cool.
Some of those you can't say. Some of those you can't say.
But that one popped me. It was
Adam Cole had the longest fucking name on the list, though.
Are you happy to know how he won the title?
No.
Wait, what?
I asked
I didn't like
Are
it.
you happy how he won the title? And I agree with CJ.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say no just because I didn't like I don't like Mox. Moxley is not a true wrestler when it comes. I feel like that Moxley isn't a professional wrestler. He's more of a straight up sports entertainer because when he gets in the ring, he wants to entertain us. He wants to bleed. He wants to do all the crazy ass moves or the half ass moves. So he's an entertainer compared to like Hangman Adam Page. Adam Page, on the other hand, he's literally split down in the middle for me. He's a wrestler, but at the same time, he's also a sports entertainer. Kenny Omega, straight up professional wrestler, no doubt. Simple as that. So if we would have had a professional wrestler versus MJF, MJF would have beat that professional wrestler, the shit would have been crazier. But since he beat a WWE, sorry,
sensible talking from that man.
And I get what I actually get what you mean, CJ, in the sense of like, Moxley might not have been the best guy to get the most out of MJF and what we kind of wanted to see. But beyond that, I think, like you said, when he made that return, oh my God, he's finally back. And they did it in this really cool way. And they paid extra money for a cool song. The iron was just scorching hot. So strike, motherfucker, strike. Like, knock that down. Like, and I think they let it cool off. And by the time we finally got there, it was like, all right, we knew. Okay, about time. Like, it was almost like we were like, but we're happy, but not as happy as we could.
Yeah.
I was gonna say again, sensible talking from that man. I have no point to make here because I agree with both. Of it should have either A happened at All Out, or if it didn't, did it need the whole awkward William Regal thing and the maybe the babyface turn and not babyface turn of then you got convoluted. You had it when you should have had it. And you missed the opportunity. What?
Your convoluted word.
That was a good word. I can completely agree with that. Like, it became very convoluted. I agree with you on that.
You're talking about what?
I heard you talking amongst yourself. Well, I'm talking something.
Would you like to share with the class?
Right.
Oh shit.
Now, I kind of agree with Thomas here on the fact that TK let him have a solid run, keep the belt for almost all of 2023.
Oh yeah.
Do
you have him take it to 2024 and you do the CM Punk to where I'm gonna leave tonight, AW World Champion and all of that, and you do that whole storyline of did he re-sign? Did he not re-sign?
He drops the title.
I'm going to say this: CM Punk is going to be coming back to AW.
Whoa, bold statement. That should be a segment on the show. Is the bold?
Back that up. Source that. Fact check that.
We'll do that next week.
His injury.
Explain.
They're going to be given. This is plenty enough time for those guys to get over their beefs with CM Punk, to truly get over everything. If
I'm sure that's why they were sitting there, calling shots at him during, Thanksgiving and everything, and
But that's why I think that he's going to come back, because you can't tell me these motherfuckers are going to get. I can't hear y'all by the way. I'm charging my fucking headset up.
You're talking.
I won't talk.
So I mean, but you can't tell me that these guys are going to come back and they're going to taunt CM Punk, and you're telling these guys still not there.
Yes.
That's like the big. But you have a legal court case or a legal thing going on right now. So why the fuck would you?
Have you ever met a douchebag?
It doesn't matter, but that's gonna fuck the company. That's gonna fuck the company over.
Do they care? No, because you know why? Because it ain't their money.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tony Khan's money. Tony Khan's on the fucking.
Absolutely. And I completely agree with CJ on the fact of, and I get burned all the time, and you guys get to laugh at me because I'm the one that's continually like, no, that can't be real life. Like, you can't be that fucking dumb. That this is like whatever scenario we were in, one after the other. I'm like, Tony's not leaving. They wouldn't fuck that up, would they? Oh, bye. Like, oh, this one's not happening.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're not really fighting. It's a work. No, MJF's really mad. Like, Tony, what are you doing?
No,
Ain't shit.
That's right.
My
The whole
roster great.
but the thing is, MJF plays his role so damn great.
Mhm.
It really is hard to actually figure out if it's a work or a fake. I mean, if it's a work or if it's a shoot. But me personally, I feel like that his words were truly real because Tony is a fucking mark. I sent y'all fucking proof. Y'all seen this shit on the internet multiple times. He's a fucking mark. Also, if you as a MJF, if you're paying me, let's say for instance, my contract right now is $100K a year for 4 years. I'm MJF. I'm the biggest draw. I need more money. Why? Because I'm carrying your fucking show. It's the stats prove it itself. The ratings. Let's go back to the ratings when MJF wasn't there. Who was there? CM Punk. CM Punk left. What happened to the ratings? The ratings fucking went down. Now we have MJF being one of the quote unquote main stars, I guess, as of right now.
There's a chance. Yeah.
He's getting fucking overshined though by the Bucks and Kenny Omega, the fucking VPs. But as your biggest draw, pay me more. It's simple as that. I need damn near $400K a year. Fucking
Right.
Braun Strowman's getting paid for fucking $4 million a year.
Right. And that's where we talk about certain people.
But Mandy
And,
Rose
you
can
know,
go in a
somebody
week
asked
and get
about-
$500,000.
Right. But they said like MJF going to WWE in 2024. And if Tony hasn't locked this guy up long term secretly, which I think would be best for everybody. But I think at the end of the day, the WWE has a big dump truck and they're not afraid to back it up.
Pause. I'm gonna just say this because I feel like I've said a lot of this before, but
Right. Well, it is a year in review.
Yeah.
Just fuck with you.
But the WWE crowd is going to come unglued the second they start to hear, I'm better than you.
Right. Mhm.
I can't give you that one.
I think
Reason
he
why
will.
is because AEW fans are not truly in. I'm sorry, WWE fans are truly not in tune with AEW. And the proof that I could show you is WrestleMania when Cody Rhodes came out. Nobody knew it was Cody until the lights came on. But the
You didn't know.
the true fans of both companies, we were the first motherfuckers chanting. Soon as the lights came on, you seen the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. That's when everything went ecstatic. So I don't think that we're there just yet, unfortunately. But I mean, it could be different next go around. Next time we see somebody from AEW,
We got 2 years to build to it.
What?
Until 2024.
Oh, fuck off! I'm like, wait. But you really think they'll take the 2024 for us to see another guy from AEW come over?
No. It'll just be a little
No, that's a different conversation. Sorry.
That's it.
I can. Well, fuck, we got William Regal. He's about to come back. Of course, well, he's already back.
He can't be on TV until 2024.
Is it too much of a conspiracy where they were like, yeah, Regal, you can go over there. Yeah, so you can go over there because they'll be coming right on back. And a little bit of they'll just tell you everything. Smoke a joint with him. He'll tell you his whole business plan.
Right.
Spies.
Espionage.
I hate that I can see that. I low-key think that, I know this is off topic from this, but good thing it's a Rumble. I can honestly see Samoa Joe coming back now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Adam Cole is probably going to try to get out of his contract.
Maybe not.
Man, you fucking, this dumbass dude signs to 2027.
Yeah, but he loves Britt and he loves the Bucks, and
But you can't. But what the hell just happened when we had Britt Baker and Adam Cole being at the top at once? These motherfuckers won what belt was that?
Owen Hart.
The Owen Hart belts. After that, what happened? What happened?
Nothing.
They fell off the fucking face of AEW.
Welcome to AEW.
But I'm just saying, like, you Seth Rollins.
Trying to tell me I'm not right.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. There's always a conspiracy going around. If you're in a relationship, both of y'all can't be at the top at the same time.
You can if you share the same closet.
Wait,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I'm saying, like, so if that's the same thing that goes on in AEW, what is really going to be stopping Adam Cole from like truly going back to WWE? He can keep his Twitch account now. He can keep his Twitch though, but then he's also knows that he would be the face of WWE no matter what.
You think so? I don't know.
He was a face. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase.
Face of NXT.
He would be the face of whatever brand he joins, Raw or either SmackDown. And I think it's true because he was the face of NXT just like that. He literally says anywhere he goes, he's the best, he's the face, and that's it. AEW, he's overshadowed by everybody pretty much.
I think
you don't think of Adam Cole
overshadowed in WWE.
Wait, what?
I think WWE overshadowed. Like, I mean, it's Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre.
Roman Reigns,
the size
Bray
of his
Wyatt.
But you have
Bobby Lashley, Brock
right,
Lesnar.
but Adam Cole hasn't had the opportunity to actually face none of those guys.
No, and he hasn't had the opportunity in AEW either.
Oh, a little bit.
That's his fucking fault. But I'm saying though, come on, let's be real. Who you gonna choose in the fight? Adam Cole or Kenny Omega? You're gonna choose Kenny Omega.
No.
So if you're gonna choose Adam Cole or Daniel Bryan, you're gonna choose Daniel Bryan.
Brian.
Adam Cole versus Moxley. Who you gonna choose?
Now we're starting to realize that Adam Cole might not be as good as we thought he was anymore.
No. It's because of the fucking name popularity. WWE, they did a great thing where they didn't choose. It wasn't really name basis back in the day when Hunter was running NXT. It wasn't name based. It was in NXT when Hunter was running. It was Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black. Who the fuck else? What's that fucking guy? Eric Young. All of those guys had their own level of stardom. And anytime we see them, Killian Dane as well, I had him and Lars Sullivan. Anytime for some reason he has some type of fucking weird notoriety. Velveteen Dream, Ricochet. They all had their own. Velveteen Dream was fucking great. You must be thinking about Quincy.
Right, but the way you know him now is not good.
It's not good anymore.
That ain't got shit to do with us, okay? What I'm saying though, all of those guys in Triple H's hands, they all had their own level of stardom. They all had their own level of like their own way of fighting. And when you seen those guys, you were never disappointed. Now when you look at AEW, you are disappointed in Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, there's many more names, and why is because AEW is building based off of the name and not the talent. Triple H, he built off of talent because, like I said, when those fuckers got in the ring by themselves and they was facing anybody else, it was just talent. That's it. We were worried about the talent because the guys that they were fucking fighting had their own fucking name, their own stardom, and their own fucking set of skills. Tony Khan doesn't do that job. He sucks at that shit. He fucking sucks. Just simple as that. That motherfucker's trash.
Whoa.
I ain't shit.
It has been good. It has been good. Oh, I don't know if I go that far, but it hasn't been good.
Shit. Bro, who the fuck are the biggest stars in AEW right now?
MJF.
And who else?
Chris Jericho.
And who else?
I'm gonna just start naming people I like. Fuck them.
I'm just saying, but I mean, like, who are the biggest stars? Who, like, it's bad, bro. If from a guy like me, I should be able to look at AEW one show and automatically already realize who the fuck am I looking at.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the things we kind of touched on in one of the recent streams of like name value, right? Like if you went up to somebody and said, "Name me someone from WWE," they could maybe pull one out.
Damn near name the whole roster.
Well, no, but like the general population might give you a lot of people are going to say John Cena or The Rock first, just off the cuff. But I mean, even active guys, they might take them a second to go, like, is Randy Orton still wrestling?
Yeah.
However, Roman Reigns probably gets a good show most times. Right. AEW is a trickier one. Like you name someone that wrestles in AEW, and even if the people that are like Chris Jericho, and you're like, he's there. Oh wow, okay.
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, like on that.
See Dean Ambrose.
Yeah,
Ambrose. It just go back to the name value when it comes down to AEW. I mean that's pretty much it. But enough for that bullshit talk about the Rumble. We here for the year. So what's number 3 on the list?
We're gonna get to number 3, but wait, I want to toss this one up to Nick because I know he's gonna like this one. It's a bit juicy, so I'll give him a couple seconds.
Okay.
But why?
Okay, since we're debating talent, why is it that?
Oh, sorry, slipped.
Why is it that Okada?
That's what she said.
And F. Reigns took the top 2 spots on PWI 500, but yet nobody even talks about the fact that Will Ospreay has dominated wrestling over the past 5 years.
Not a bad show. Oh. It's been amazing.
Well, first of all, let's.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I forgot he said.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That's my fault. I mean, I'm just saying. I personally, from a fucking casual wrestling fan, I've never heard of Okada, and I've never heard of Will Ospreay until they came to AEW.
Okay.
We all know who the fuck Roman Reigns is. Roman Reigns has been carrying WWE since what was it, fucking Thunderdome, pretty much, basically. So he's been carrying the company from that day, well, from the day he actually returned, I shall say, until today's day. So why wouldn't Roman Reigns be number one?
I think he's okay.
I'm not fully arguing that, but I'm saying I guess I'm interested in the whole topic of Ospreay wasn't really even mentioned amongst that, if I remember correctly, and everything. When Ospreay was a guy who was recruited, who was offered contracts from WWE, from AEW, from every top promotion, and chose New Japan because that's where he wanted to make his name. Because at the time, that's when you had Okada and Omega were having 5-star classic matches nonstop and everything. Right. That's when you had nonstop. You had guys like Jay White, was an up and comer in New Japan. You still had guys like Tanahashi, etc. So when Will Ospreay's not mentioned amongst that group right now, when he's literally he's stomped his way through New Japan, he made himself super relevant in AEW to the point to where the biggest feuds that they've had recently in AEW outside of involving CM Punk, XWWE, was Omega versus Ospreay. And that's now what, outside of Sasha showing up, that was the biggest selling point for Wrestle Kingdom 17. Ospreay
goes over Omega at Wrestle Kingdom and then shows up on WWE within a couple weeks.
My heartbeat still.
But the thing is, within the PWI Insider, what has Ospreay done in 2022 that really sparked the interest in any of us?
He had a huge 2022. I mean, Forbidden Door, and then everything.
Right, but let's look at the PWI Insider, because this is what it's going for. When did the PWI Insider start, and when did it stop? Because it looks like it stopped right before.
I believe he's been IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I know he's been IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Is what notoriety did he have?
What
notoriety did he
have? A guy from fucking AAA that no one can fucking name as number 3, and Ospreay, who if you've watched professional wrestling in 2022, you know who Will Ospreay is.
So let me give you a refresher.
You at least know who he is. I know you're a casual fan and everything like that, but you at least
no. You said number 3 was somebody from AAA. Number 3 is CM Punk.
Well, what the? You know what the
is. So you're talking about the fucking this demon guy. Yeah, he's number 8. Now, I mean, I don't agree with the list. I don't know why Cody Rhodes is number 6. I don't know why Bryan Danielson is number 7. Nor do I know why the AAA guy is number 8, and nor do I know why Big E is number 9, or why Jonathan Gresham is number 10. All the rest of that shit, numbers 1 through 3 is the best.
1 through 2 is who CJ knows.
Shit, Adam Page shouldn't even be up there. Bobby Lashley shouldn't be up there. Cody Rhodes should not be there. Bryan shouldn't be there. Triple H shouldn't be there. And Big E and Jonathan Gresham should not be up the list at all. Simple as that.
Oh, you named half a dozen people up there that shouldn't be up there, and you want to poo-poo me saying Will Ospreay should be up there?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, from my view, I from this list, I know I just learned about Jonathan Gresham recently from y'all. I know Big E, I know Bryan, I know Cody, I know Bobby, I know Adam, I know Punk, Okada, and Reigns. Yeah. Well, I just found out about Okada as well, but apparently Okada is the biggest star in New Japan Pro Wrestling from what I'm hearing. So what I'm saying is, what the fuck did Ospreay do to really spark the interest in fans, in American fans? What did he do?
Okada.
He beat Okada.
But that is from New Japan Pro Wrestling. What the question was,
he beat the number 1 fucking guy. If this is college football or anything like that, if you beat the number 1 fucking team, you at least deserve to be in the top fucking 10.
But what I'm asking is, what did Ospreay do to grab the Americans' attention?
He's been the New Japan U.S. title holder, which was featured on New Japan Strong. If we're going to go into
so was any of that shit? He's been on AEW in America,
on AEW with Aussie Open, with United Empire. That the whole feud to where he sat there and basically had Kenny Omega's best feud of 2022.
None of that shit grabbed on the American fucking viewer. That shit was
It grabbed it more than fucking half.
Do you know where New
Japan?
Where the fuck is New Japan Pro Wrestling streaming at? Axel TV, right? AXA on the bullshit, right? They're on that shit, right?
New Japan World.
Right. So
New Japan World and Axis.
but I'm saying though, why the fuck would he be in the top 10 if we're not grabbing shit from
him? Half a dozen people you thought shouldn't be there. So you think
okay, so here we go. Fuck it. Let's say this. I'm agreeing with the fucking top 10 now. This to piss you off. What? So Osprey. So no. You choosing Osprey over CM Punk? CM Punk had the comeback of the year. Also, it's AEW World Champion.
I'm not saying he needs to be.
No. I'm asking. I'm just asking.
No. Okay. So no.
Is Biggie bigger than in notoriety wise? Biggie over Osprey. Who's bigger?
Yeah, but it's not about who's bigger. It's who had
it is. That's what PWI.
Who had the better year? Who had the better year?
Biggie should be lower than
PWI. That's PWI. It's built off of. It's not really built off of what the fuck what are you doing in the ring? It's built off of stardom. What you also do in the ring and how great of a year.
But I mean, 500 for the year.
That's the problem with PWI now is nobody
exactly. So
it's really we all think the criteria is different, right?
Fine, you can have that. I bet you there's probably we're still at what 4. I bet you there's still at least 6 people that are better than I could say.
Adam
Page
had a better year. No. Here we go. Adam Page, and that's bullshit. Because Biggie had the shocker of the year. He won Money in the Bank, and also he beat Bobby Lashley for the world champion. And
yeah, he had the shocker of the year when Rich went.
That's fucked up. Nice. That's fucked up. And then so I can really vouch for half of these guys. Biggie won Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but then he just went on a losing streak with a belt on his shoulder. It was sad.
But that's not our fucking fault. That's Vince McMahon, poor booking ass. That's why his ass is fucking going to retire.
You're arguing against the guy who beat the guy that's number 1.
Let me get to my point, Vince McMahon.
Go ahead. Come on.
So Biggie has more notoriety.
You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Go ahead.
Biggie has more notoriety than
Go ahead.
Osprey. I don't know about the number 8 guy, the guy from Triple A. So
we're at number 4. So keep going on this.
Okay. So number 4, Adam Page. Adam Page had. I guess he was AEW World Champion, had the shittiest run to me personally, but I mean he still made the list because I guess AEW was in the founding portions of it, and he helped bring it up. I'm assuming. I don't fucking know.
I'll give you that because he was a base for a while on AEW, so I'll give you that one.
Bobby Lashley was over and pretty much Bobby Lashley was over with MVP. You can't. That's bullshit. If you're saying he was the Almighty Bobby Lashley,
and that's where it died. It died at WrestleMania.
Right, but that's over your fucking head. But I'm saying, so you telling me Osprey is over Bobby Lashley for 2022 after everything that Bobby did
versus a whole year.
But that's what Clinton is doing too. Clinton is talking about fucking 5 years. Motherfucker, this is for 2022. So that's what my question was. But my question was, what the fuck did Osprey do in 2022 that really grabbed any fucking spark of interest for PWI Insider saying, okay, you deserve to be in the top 10?
And I named
not a motherfucking thing. Not a motherfucking thing.
He beat the number 1 guy.
He beat the number 1 motherfucking guy, but Okada still is number 2 because Okada is better than Osprey. Simple as that. Now in 2023,
it's 20. Like I said, with college football, you beat the top number 1, the top number 2. You beat a top 5 team. Even if you're number 25, you beat a top 5 team. Guess what? You at least deserve to be in the top 10.
Do you even know where Osprey is on this fucking list? He's at number fucking 27. So you telling me if number 27, if 27 beats number motherfucking 1, 27 should be number 1? Fuck no.
No, I'm not saying you should be number 26. 1. You're missing my fucking point. I'm not saying you should be number 1. I'm saying he should be in the top 10.
But how the fuck is he going to be in the top 10, bro? Cody Rhodes can't have the comeback of the year within WWE. Brian Danielson, I don't fucking know how the fuck Brian Danielson is on the list.
You already talked about number 8. So number 8's open. I can take out Bobby Lashley and put Will Ospreay there.
No,
there's 2 right there.
You can't. Bobby Lashley had that was 2022 made
he needs
Bobby
to be number
Lashley.
6. He needs to be number 6.
2022 made Bobby Lashley. That's simple.
2021 made Bobby Lashley.
2022 made Bobby Lashley. Simple as that.
2022 put Lashley on ice.
Yeah, I know.
Bobby Lashley put asses in seats, though. Simple as that.
Him with MVP did
he? Exactly. But that's when PWI did their ratings. But that's when PWI did their ratings. So I mean, for us for anybody to even dispute this list, it's fucking hard as is because first of all, PWI is rating off of bullshit for one. for number fucking 2. The list is dumb as shit. Like I said, me personally, I wouldn't put Adam Page, nor Bobby Lashley, nor Brian fucking Danielson, nor fucking El Hijo, nor a fucking Biggie, or fucking Jonathan Gresham within the top 10. That's just me. I wouldn't put none of them motherfuckers.
So wait, can I ask you a question? 1 second. If you're willing to cut out fucking 70% of the fucking top 10, who would you put in? Why can't Ospreay get in there?
Because I don't know shit about him.
Okay, so
that's you.
No. But that's why I asked you, what has Ospreay done to grab the Americans' fucking attention besides being on AEW?
Just because he didn't grab your attention doesn't mean he didn't grab Americans' attention.
Okay,
did you see the Kingdom?
Top 10. No, motherfucker, I don't watch that bullshit. No, matter of fact, here goes a fucking relevant point. Here's a relevant point. Just like how you fucking just like how you fucking say nobody watches NXT UK, it's the same exact way you can say nobody watches New Japan Pro Wrestling.
You're gonna put NXT UK versus New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Why? Because they're two international brands. It's a done deal. 2 international brands.
So you would put NXT UK's weekly show versus Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm not talking about Wrestle. I'm talking about New Japan.
That's New Japan, my guy.
I don't give a fuck what it is. I simply, motherfucker, NXT UK is on WWE Network. New Japan Pro Wrestling is on fucking ASX, whatever the fuck the Impact Wrestling
New Japan World on.
Right, so how the fuck is he gonna grab Americans' attention? It's the same shit that you asked me. How many Americans, how many UK people actually watch NXT UK? You can really put that shit the same way for New Japan Pro Wrestling, because what I'm asking you is how many people?
Okay, how many people know Okada? Okada's New Japan. If we're not just talking about Ospreay, we're gonna devolve this all the way down to New Japan versus NXT.
Okada's name is up here compared to Ospreay being right here.
But why?
No. That's not what you're talking about anymore. You're talking about New Japan versus NXT UK.
What I'm saying is when it comes to
what I said was
what I'm saying is with NXT UK, you utter these words. Not a lot of people from the UK watch that show, and not a lot of Americans watch the show. Am I wrong?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is with New Japan Pro Wrestling, you can pretty much say the same thing. Not a lot of Americans watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. Why? Because the show translated.
But there's a lot of people on that side of the planet that
there's not
a lot of viewers.
If you even want to look
right,
at
that's for Japan.
Watches at New Japan, I bet you that audience is still different.
Huge.
Did New Japan Pro Wrestling bring any new viewership to AEW?
I don't know. That's a tough question.
I rest my case. I'm done.
Did AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling? Like, if we're gonna go that way, we can go the complete opposite way.
Did
what?
Yeah, did AEW?
Did AEW sandbag that shit?
Right.
What bring what? What AEW did was bring AEW. AEW brought notice for me personally to New Japan Pro Wrestling, because now I know who Okada is. Now I know who Will Ospreay is. Now I know. Fuck, it doesn't matter about the fucking matches, Thomas. It doesn't fucking matter, because at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, if PWI Insider is gonna rate their shit the way they want to rate it, how the fuck are we? How can we say, oh, such and such had this amount of matches? Because if that's the case, Seth Rollins needs to be at the top 10. Seth Rollins has been fighting. The Usos should also be up there as well.
The Usos were number 1.
Right, but what I'm saying is on the singles man list, FTR was not on this list at all either. John Moxley's number 12.
On the singles man list, the tag team wasn't listed. Shocker.
Why isn't because there was a period of time, I believe that was 2021. Never mind, scratch that shit. But MJF is number 16, Seth Rollins is number 17, Adam Cole is also number 18, Omega is number 19, McIntyre is number 20, Moose is number 21, Jericho is 22, Jay White is even number 23. So why aren't you guys saying the same shit for Jay White? Why isn't Jay White moved up a little bit?
No, that's not the question that was asked though. That's the thing. You're arguing of
right, but what I'm saying though, but with Ospreay, who is more over, Jay White or Ospreay?
Whoa, we're gonna fight, Nick.
That's debatable, but I still say that both.
So who? Okay, here goes.
That's not the question that was asked.
And I would even argue that Jay White, because he was on Impact and had a presence on Impact and kind of a bigger stage, More,
Which is bigger, Impact or AEW of a stage?
Well, I mean, but Jay White was on AEW too, kind of. He flashed his jacket one
We've
time.
gone completely all the fucking way off.
Yeah, that's the number 3, folks.
So okay, here goes another one too. Brian Breaker's number 26. Brian Breaker beat Will Ospreay in this list. Now, please tell me this. Please tell me that Ospreay had a better year than Brian Breaker. Brian Breaker's a breakout superstar.
That's fuck.
And now he's the face of NXT.
Yeah, I mean, he had a big year. He had a belt for a lot of that year.
Carmelo Hayes is more.
I mean,
Carmelo Hayes was not holding the main title, nor was Carmelo Hayes the face of NXT.
Oh, so we want to get
that's
now
the
we're
problem.
splitting hairs of it.
But no, that's how PWI is looking at it. If you ask me, honestly, Carmelo Hayes should be over Brian Breaker for me. That's me.
Right, but then so you're making still the same case of like, well, why aren't you guys arguing for these people? That's not what's asked.
Motherfucker, I ain't arguing about them. I'm arguing with you about fucking Will Ospreay. Well,
I don't think either one of you know what we're arguing about anymore.
No, the whole thing was why isn't Will Ospreay within the top 10? That was the question. And me personally, I feel like I had a valid case. Nobody knew about Will Ospreay until he came to AEW. But Nick, if I was somebody in your shoes and I was somebody that was aware of New Japan Pro Wrestling, yes, I would be like, okay, yeah, he needs to be in the top 10. But Clinton came in and said Ospreay has been dominating for the past 5 years. We are talking about the first 6 to 7 or 9 months, perhaps in 2020, or 6 or 7 months in 2022. What has Ospreay done from January or motherfucker? Let me get the goddamn. Let me look at the fucking list.
Know what he did? Does it? Is it the whole like if a tree falls in the woods and you don't?
No. It's not like no.
It don't count.
No. I'm not even talking about my perspective. Because motherfucker Clinton ain't even saying shit no more.
Yeah, but
Clinton is left.
He leaves. I had enough of this.
So what I'm asking is, and this is the main question that you're
Why
not fucking answering.
What did he do? He did
because he's not answering the question that I'm asking, motherfucker. Are you pleading the fucking fifth? What did Ospreay do for the Americans to grab attention?
4, 5 times.
Bullshit.
No, it's you. Hello.
I feel like I'm being interrogated by the police.
Test.
What did you do? Nothing. What did you do? Nothing. What did you do? Nothing.
He didn't do shit in 2022, bro. By the time for PWI to fucking read any fucking thing, what he was doing was with the fucking United Empire and fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's it.
One of the best factions in the world.
So United Empire over the Bloodline.
How did that get there?
You said the best factions in the world.
You want to do vitamins. You're like, you love crack? What? Like, no, that's not what I said.
Oh, what the fuck is number 3, bro? What is number 3? What is number 3?
Look, Clinton's like, hey, I'm still here, man.
Oh,
right, well, that was a side tangent. There's probably going to be a few more before we finish this nonsense. But yes. Yeah, look, I'm still here, man.
Fuck off, bro.
Awesome. Number 3 on the Rumble Topics top 5 of the year is this one.
Oh man, Cody Rhodes.
This is a big story, man. You were there live.
I'm gonna let KJ go ahead and talk about it, man. You know, my face kind of hurts.
Man, the Cody Rhodes situation was amazing. I mean, we talked about it for weeks of like, Cody's not happy. The fans turned on him. He should go heel. He should go heel. I don't want to go heel. Awkward promo. He's out. There's problems. Gone. And it happened. And even when it happened, we were like, no. And then CJ, you were sitting there live when, you know, WrestleMania comes on. We all got this feeling because Seth has a mystery partner. It turns out to be one of the EVPs, one of the founders.
Adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes.
Something. Oh,
well,
man.
no,
Cody,
it's to fully KJ's point there of everything to where literally everybody, the whole story, the whole narrative was, oh, Cody's just mad because he's not getting over. He's getting booed at AEW. They want him to turn heel, but he weren't turn heel and everything like that. And then now we've seen through other means of things that have come out that maybe it was just Cody was just ahead of the curve, because I couldn't see Cody holding a press conference of I'm tired and I work with children and all of that. So I think he just said, I'll respectfully bow out. And they instantly were like, all right, you can sign with us real quick.
Yeah, they did exactly what they did to Punk to Cody. But like you said, instead of Cody grabbing the microphone and telling everybody where to go, he said, yeah, just let me leave. And yeah, bye guys. I'm gonna go do this thing at Mania. I'll be right back. Okay?
I'm gonna go my daddy duck the road, baby.
I mean, that for me personally, KJ, that's a reach for you to even probably hint at Cody Rhodes going back to AEW low key. I personally think that this is it. I think he's going to work for WWE. He's going to try to get his own EVP role within WWE, because that's what he pretty much said. From the interview that I heard, he said that he's such and such age, doesn't really want to be a fucking EVP. He wants to be a wrestler. That's his goal, is to be a wrestler. So I mean, maybe when he gets fucking older, yeah, I'll be a fucking EVP. But I mean, you see what the hell what's happening when you become an EVP and also a wrestler at the same fucking time. You get bit by a dog, you get hit with chairs and shit, and you get legal actions. Yeah, man. So Cody coming back is just crazy as hell, man. I'm really happy that he is within WWE, because we'll actually probably see we can see the growth from the Stardust shit to now the American Nightmare thing. It's truly a difference. So,
well, I mean, it was a complete evolution. He came back a hero, and I mean, it was a big thing when he left. Of like, wait a minute, somebody actually told the WWE to shove it and just left. Like, fuck it, I'm done. We're like, that never happens. It's rare. Like, all right. So, and then Cody goes and matures and figures some shit out, meets some friends, ends up launching the counter product where. I mean, a lot of people talked about the smashing of the throne and, some of the comments and some of the interviews.
The golden shovel.
We had a lot. And people thought, well, Cody, the Bucks, Kenny, they'll never go there. They'll never, Cody will never go back. He bleeds AEW. And they said, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. I mean, honestly, him starting, with AEW, it all could have been like a stunt to begin with, because him doing the smashing of the throne, the golden shovel, and the constant WWE remarks, it really, I'm not going to say it made his career, but it kind of in the instance helped him elevate to the guy he is today, being the American Nightmare. I mean, you talking shit about WWE, it helped you, it gave you a lot of notoriety, and then all of a sudden you see his crash, his downfall. People put him in a position where it's like, oh, you're the EVP, you're constantly the main guy. And that's why I'm saying maybe that's why he did leave, because he didn't want to be the EVP. Like I said, I mean, I just want to be a regular fucking wrestler. I want to show you guys that the EVP role had nothing to do with my abilities, my skills, and the things that I'm doing. Of course, he was a TNT title. When new people came in, he was the guy that they fought. I mean,
yeah. Well, that's why he lost that stipulation right out of the gate of, oh, Mr. Cringe has to take a moment. But yeah, that's why I think we saw Cody right out of the gate lose that match where he could not compete for the world title. He took that out of the picture right away. I might fight for these other belts, and I'm gonna, like you said, people come in the company, I'm gonna be the first person they get. I'm gonna be a bit of a gatekeeper, and I can't fight for the top title.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's very similar. Of again, all of a sudden there was rumors of heat between Kenny and Cody. They weren't getting along. They weren't agreeing. Was it a case of Cody was like, no, guys, I don't think that makes sense. Or if we were gonna do, because Cody has a wrestling mind. He grew up around. Right. We all know who his father is. We all know who his brother is. It's just in him. So for him it just felt like he ended up on the outside looking in, like others have. Now, go ahead.
No, so yeah, I mean, everything you just said was really spot on. And you growing around Dusty Rhodes, somebody that helped, within NXT, you had your own vision. You learned from the best of the best. So for you to come into a new company, you have your ideas already pretty much laid out, and then you got three guys that don't know that much about true wrestling.
Yeah,
you really are gonna have like some fumbles. But I've even said it, bro. Ever since Cody left, AEW even went on a down fucking slope. And I mean, they're kind of sort of slowly picking up, but I mean, you can see the difference.
I'll give it credit. Like somehow Cody's become a gigantic draw. Like the reaction for him was bigger than I expected, and instantly accepted him as a main eventer. What he did with Cody Rhodes, and another reason why this makes the list, right? Another reason why this makes our list as high as it does is the fact that the story kept going. I mean, he had a really good rivalry with Seth, and then it gets derailed by a purple peck. The purple peck.
Yeah, but like Steven said, man, 2023 is going to be the year of Cody. Simple as that.
You think so? I think he's going to win the Rumble. So,
I don't know, man. I hope not, because if I'd rather it be a straight up surprise, because Cody winning would not be a surprise because we've already heard the rumors. We've already pretty much speculated it. I mean, I would be surprised if Bray Wyatt was the guy to win, honestly. But I mean, you can't even see that shit happening. So
I'm scared. That makes me so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Look in my eyes. What do you see?
Man.
That guy that's tired of working with fucking kids.
I'm old and I work with fucking children.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was
funny. And he can still say that.
Yeah, right? As he was fucking smacking on some goddamn muffins.
Muffins.
Drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Best thing ever. I think, based on the muffin and that, there was a potential. We'll get into that later. But I still think it'd be amazing if Cody Rhodes does come out and everyone's like, oh my God, Cody! And CM Punk comes out after him. Still thinking.
Well, and to even your point, though, KJ, to where he instantly slid into that main event slot, like there's still rumors and speculations that it's going to be Roman Reigns 2 nights and he's going to drop one title to Cody night 1 and then say he either drops the second title or goes over The Rock on night 2. So the fact that Cody's been out with, the purple peck, the one that you thought was all makeup and everything like that.
There was definitely
had arguably one of the matches of the year with him versus Seth in the Hell in a Cell with a torn back.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. And that's the thing. Like, again, not many wrestlers are we getting injury updates and promo packages during premium live events to remind us of
hello, my friend, with me again.
Right? Exactly.
Right. Just where's the Creed video package?
So yeah, Cody Rhodes is definitely it was a huge year for him. And again, leaving AEW could have swallowed him whole. Or what if he was on the outs with AEW and fucking WWE said, oh, no, thanks. You didn't like us very much. No thanks.
I think we know for a fact that there was contract tampering as fuck during that whole situation.
And the plot thickens.
It has to be, because come on now, you really think Cody Rhodes didn't.
You really think he said "fuck these people, I'm out"? After other professional wrestlers like CM Punk and everybody else have said "fuck these people, I'm out."
Or you're saying he knew he was going to land on his feet.
So this is what I'm going to say.
That's a no-brainer.
So this is where I was going with it. Cody Rhodes was talking to Vince McMahon or somebody else higher up in WWE before he even made his official decision. So that's what I'm saying. It was contract tempering because he was talking to another company. That's what I truly believe. Because come on now, let's be real. I don't think that Cody Rhodes left WWE in the first place on a bad note. Yes, but how?
When you're an independent contractor, is it contract tampering?
He pulled a Sasha before Sasha did it.
He what?
He kind of pulled a Sasha. He just sashayed away.
Because it was a shit gimmick. He was fucking Stardust. Triple H knew he was back in the day, bro. They all knew that was a shit. What am I missing?
He's saying about how Cody went to WWE and was reaching out there beforehand of he was doing like how Sasha was trying to get out of WWE and everything. He went all the way back to Stardust. My initial question was it contract tampering if they're independent contractors?
He's not an independent contractor. He's the executive vice president of a company.
Different contracts.
Okay. So
he stepped down as EVP before he went over to WWE. So he's not contracting them now. He's just a performer.
I agree with you, CJ, in the fact that I think there was definitely conversations at some point whether they do it through like You know, oh, it's just Hunter who's. Remember, Hunter took like a leave while he was sitting on the couch doing nothing. They're like, Hunter, call some names. You don't work for us right now. You know, and if he knew, hey, you know what, you have a home here. We will, you know, we'll do this and this. Well, you know, you got a chance. Like we said with FTR, would you like to be at WrestleMania? Come on over. And I think Dave's right about that, right? And then he was like, well, if that's going to happen over here, I can definitely say fuck this to this.
Oh, 100%. I guess I more get hung up on the whole term of contract tampering thing.
So contract tampering. So Cody Rhodes, let's say there's Stephanie McMahon. She has 2 contracts right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Vince McMahon also had 2 contracts. So they have the corporate contract, but then they also are active superstars. Cody Rhodes had the same thing. He had the corporate contract plus the active superstar. So what I'm saying, while he was an active professional wrestler over at AEW, he was talking to this hand over at WWE. Right. So as he was still an active wrestler, he was talking to this hand, WWE, and, you know, asking them what numbers they got before he left AEW officially. So that's what I'm saying.
And I'm saying independent contractor versus no longer EVP because CM Punk.
This line means Cody's going to be champion in 2023.
Right. If you have an X, that means you're signed to AEW.
I'm not understanding your independent contractor thing because he wasn't an independent contractor. He had 2 contracts. He had the EVP contract. He also had the professional wrestler contract.
Professional
right. So the contract that's
an
temporary
contractor.
Yeah, they're signed on. Yeah, they're definitely signed on independent.
Who?
I paused.
Every professional wrestler.
Oh, the fuck, they're not. They're signed with the company.
No, they're independent contractors.
Then if that was a fucking case, then Sasha Banks would have been walked out of her shit.
There's no
like. So what the fuck is a WWE contract then?
What do you mean?
What is a WWE contract? How are they independent contractors if they're working under their government name? Plus they're working under a fucking gimmick.
It's like hiring like a fucking electrician. You can sign them to a contract that they'll do this job for this, but they don't.
But they're employed by the company.
No,
right, and they also then
so you
pay
tell
their
no,
own
no,
medical
fuck
fees,
that.
their
So you
own
telling
travel
me
expenses.
Like,
so you the superstars. Are you just learning about this?
So you telling me that Roman Reigns pays for his own medical expense?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
So what is? So why the fuck are so? No, negative. Look at the WWE Legends contract. All that shit is included.
Legends contract.
There's no fucking difference between a legend contract versus a fucking regular WWE contract. It's the same shit.
It's called
if they were independent contractors, bro, there would not be a such thing as a 90-day. There would not be as a 90-day clause. I'm an independent contractor. I can quit when I want to quit with no fucking reason.
No, because there's still a non-compete, right? That's part of the contract you sign.
You're not an independent contractor.
But they got
this is the. Welcome to the argument every wrestling fan has been having with professional wrestling contracts, CJ.
For 25 years, right, Jesse Ventura?
Literally, like, there's been multiple people that have made whole video segments and arguments about this whole contract situation.
That is the stupidest shit in the fucking world. But if that's the case, then the whole contract tampering shit shouldn't even be in fucking existence. But it is still in existence.
That's my whole argument is that it's not a contract tampering.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying now. Right, but that's what I'm saying. Now that I'm looking at the fucking research, since they're fucking independent contractors, there shouldn't be a non-compete clause. There shouldn't be no fucking contract tampering. But that's what they call it, contract tampering. Still, no matter what, because we've even seen this shit. Remember, AEW just sent out to WWE legal team about contract tampering.
Right,
and that's why I'm bringing it up.
In all these contracts. That's why if there's medical issues, travel expenses, all of that, the performers cover that. That's why it's very much of if you get released, it's fuck you. You're out of all your money. There's no guaranteed, no sort of contract or anything like that. There's no sort of medical insurance. There's no professional wrestlers players union like there is in most professional leagues or anything like that. Right. That's the thing that
should be the next
professional wrestling contracts are terrible.
That should be the next big angle. Is like a group of wrestlers power up and fight for the union.
That shit makes no. I'm sorry. That shit just fucking. That just fucked my whole brain up. Like because it's like because Roman Reigns doesn't, from what they've said, he doesn't pay his own travel nor his health insurance. It's all bundled in. So
now, sorry to interrupt real quick, and you're correct. I believe that, not that I believe, I know certain status. If you're a top guy, your representation works things like you're going to pay so much medical, or you're going to take care of this, or my client doesn't pay that. That works into the overall contract. So that's where if you have a name, you can kind of earn some stuff. But if you're just Joe Schmuck trying to wrestle, and now I do believe there's differences in AEW, and Tony Khan, like we said, was the Robin Hood of wrestling for a long time, where steal from the rich, give to the poor, and try and help people out. And I believe he did try and help with.
Yeah, I just pay you a shit ton of money over like 5
But
years.
you don't deserve.
But that's the thing, though. No, that's why you hear all these stories about like road stories of traveling and everything. And everything. And it's not just in 80s, 90s, 70s, what have you era thing. It still goes on up to where you hear professional wrestlers that it be almost MVP, what have you. That's why that whole
Mick Foley
show on WWE Network was a whole thing. Christ, Mick Foley, Jim Cornette, all these guys have stories of they all travel together because they just get a rent a car and they'll travel from X city to X city to X city.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that shit is sad.
So that all being said, Cody Rhodes was a big story this year.
And again, we go way the fuck off topic.
Well, because I mean, like,
that's stupid, bro. What the fuck? Oh, that's the stupidest shit.
True or false? We get Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes in 2023.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't care. True, false, positive, negative. I just say please.
Please, yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I'm down to see that.
For a WWE title, you already saw what they did with the 10 pounds of gold. If you get that for a WWE title, 100%.
No, absolutely. So CJ, you good? Now you're just absorbing all this misjustice in the
now I'm looking at every single WWE superstar that's a contract.
Right?
And Bronson Reed on a 3-year deal.
There you go.
Look, my bad. This shit is fucking weird.
Amazing, right? Well, with that being said, folks, as CJ does some research, we will get to story number 2 of the year. A story that we rumbled about a lot. We've rumbled about tonight already, and we will continue to rumble about this one for a long time. It was that close to being the number 1 story, but something historic happened. So, number 2.
This is your captain speaking. Whoa! Having any fun yet?
Boom. There we go. The fallout.
Look at my.
It's bloody.
All right.
Well, that was it. I mean, something that, still to this day, people are like, it's a work. It's got to be a work. I think diehard AEW fans are like, please be a work. Please be a work.
Please, I need it.
The story is CM Punk finishes a match. He, he's feeling pretty good about life. Apparently not. Walks in and just cuts the promo of the year on everybody that he didn't like in that building.
Now,
or at least some of them.
Do you believe in at least the theory that this wasn't he didn't just think of this spur of the moment? Like this he had thought this shit out. Like this wasn't just, I'm just feeling some type of way. Now, granted, this wasn't, I don't think this was a work. This isn't an angle. This isn't anything. This is just, oh, wow, he really did that. But I think it was building to that.
Yeah, when like you're having an argument with yourself all day, like you're playing out like the scenario in your head of like, and then he's gonna say this, and I'm gonna say fuck you, man. Then I'm gonna punch him, like, and you're playing that all week in your head. Like, I'm so sick of shit. I'm gonna tell him off. And it felt like he's like, I just lost the belt. I'm pretty confident my arm's fucked. I'm gonna be out for a little bit. Now I'm gonna shoot my shot, and there he goes. Or he didn't lose his belt. Sorry, my bad. He had just won the belt. And then everything went to shit from there.
Accusations. No, the whole CM Punk thing. My question that I have for this whole situation now is, what should have been different if Punk didn't mention Colt Cabana, but he mentioned everything else?
Why?
No, I'm asking. Would it be different?
That's your hang up?
No.
So what because the Colt Cabana situation led him to talking about the EVPs. So I'm saying if that whole situation with the EVPs of Colt Cabana never existed, but he was stating how he worked with a bunch of kids, he's sick of the bull crap and he's sick of all the lollygagging in the background. What the have been a different situation?
Now,
if
see, what if I told you that the situation between CM Punk and Colt Cabana never existed, and it only existed in the EVP's heads and everything like that? Of here, this is how we can work this bullshit. Like, I don't think CM Punk didn't have time to fuck around and be worried about what was Colt Cabana doing that was really impeding anything. Like that. He just existed. If he existed, he wouldn't have signed with AEW.
He's been
so what was he doing?
Months.
Right. There was nothing. Colt Cabana, you forgot he wasn't even on fucking the roster. So what was he doing? It was more of just, well, CM Punk's entitled. I feel like people just got chirpy and played the telephone game. And this is what I heard about so-and-so, and that's how so-and-so feels about so-and-so, and that, this, then the third. And then sensitive cowboy there, got his stirrups in a cross and everything, and decided to go out there and go into his own business, calling out CM Punk. And that's what really just, all right, I've dealt with enough here.
Yeah. And I mean, again, because I think it's a valid point. You almost fucked up the first $1 million gate of the company. You know what I mean? Like, it was a big deal. The show was going to be a big deal. Punk is back. Punk's a big draw. Love him or hate him. He has been the biggest draw in AEW history. That is Tony Khan's words, not mine. Then Tony Khan kind of forgot all that when all this shit went down. So, and again, for me, this is Tony Khan's fault from day one. Tony Khan just kicked this can all the way down the fucking street and let it happen. Didn't know how to take a side, didn't know how to take a stance. Sat next to Punk as Punk shot on his EVPs and not a word, just nodded. Yeah, I should have told him. Shut up.
And with Tony sitting there and allowing this to happen, it truly almost makes it really feel like that is something that's not really a work. I'm sorry, it was just not a shoot. It feels more of a work because, I mean, we still haven't seen any video proof of what happened backstage.
Yeah,
if the dude from the being elite, if he constantly is recording everything, why wasn't that on camera?
Yeah, but someone always has a
legal proceedings.
That's fine. If it was legal proceedings, bro, come on now. We know damn well shit always get leaked. Shit literally always get leaked.
Right. You want to get sued? That's how you get sued.
Right. But I mean, if you leak it from an unknown source, bro, you can't get sued. I mean,
yeah, because there's so many unknown sources like Chris.
So how did Vince McMahon shit get out?
And Matt Jackson.
How did Vince McMahon shit get out?
Well, we'll talk about that later.
How the fuck did he get out?
Well, you do something strange for a little piece of change. That's entirely fucking different than you start fighting people backstage. Was Larry the source?
I need proof of it. I feel like it's a work. Tony Khan, if you're the boss, you sat there, you let this man shoot on YouTube, and it made national news. Well, not national, but it was big as fucking in the IWC. There's other people in the background that would have immediately came up there and really stopped it if it was something that was true. And as many times they cut people's mics, but as many times if people's microphone has been cut off, MJF microphone has been cut off on fucking live TV. You tell me they wouldn't cut off.
That was a work.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Why wouldn't you cut off a shoot?
Because you're a fucking idiot. That's why.
Oh, because you're afraid to get punched in the face.
Right, because that man
is beside
you.
Yeah, well, that would be easy to fire.
Right.
Here's the thing.
I think the motherfucker come back.
Now, yeah, a lot of people think he might come back. I really want to see him pop up in WWE. I think it'd be hilarious. I really do. Cody, CM Punk, main event, night one. Let's go. Haha, Tony.
You said CM Punk versus who?
Rhodes.
I want to see CM Punk versus Omega.
Oh, really? Why?
Work, bro. Work the fucking work.
Work it out.
Work the fucking work.
I'd rather see that one more than that one because I know for those, I got all my shit confused. Right, I'd rather see Cody versus Punk because Cody can help get Punk to a good match. Omega, regardless of whether you feel it's work, shoot, what have you, if you want to have that match, Omega's going to wrestle his style of match. That's not going to flow with CM Punk. We've already seen CM Punk injure himself doing this, that, and the third.
Allegedly. I mean, but okay. Let me ask you this. Right here. If you're CM Punk, you're somebody that had the biggest comeback and you're the biggest draw in the company, and somebody takes a bad opportunity, I should say, and tries to put themselves over on your show, on your stage, would you be mad? And would you call them out?
Yes.
So
if you've had people cheering your name for 7+ years when you haven't even stepped foot in a professional wrestling company, and you're known for the pipe bomb promo, you started that whole trend. That's what you're known for. You're known as the voice of the voiceless and all of that. 100%. Just for fucking reputation's sake and all of that. If somebody sits there and, I'm going to shoot on you. Oh, no, you're not today, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, and he has every right to be mad, right? Because imagine not doing anything or not really having any involvement, and somebody shoots on you about something in front of everybody. Right? That's the tough spot. Like, you just embarrassed me and you're not even accurate. And then your friends have the ear of a guy like Meltzer. It just makes everything fucking worse because all bets are off. And now we're getting shit reported that shouldn't be reported. Same thing that happened to Cody, by the way. And then the fans started booing Cody because he didn't like the Bucks. No. So for me, I know CM Punk's side's been super quiet. I know CM Punk's side hasn't said a whole lot, yet we've seen a lot come out of the other side. And,
Super Andy.
It's bad.
Super Andy.
Right? It feels super Andy.
Wait.
I didn't do the bite like Kenny there.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa. Okay.
Sneeze. Oh, man. Yeah, that shit.
Still done showed up.
But the Bucks fucked up, and the Bucks, the fact that they're back is bullshit. Paige, comes out and gets a title shot. It was like everybody, Colt Cabana gets a match with Jericho. It's like internally with the nepotism, just fuck it. This is awesome. Fuck that guy. He was your biggest draw. Your biggest draw.
Tony made a decision was shortly after there, and that's why, like, you saw the things like Colt Cabana getting featured in a prominent match. Why you saw Hangman Page getting featured in prominent matches. Like, if that's work, shoot, whatever. Like, if you're literally still trying to work with the guy, you're not doing shit like that.
No, I would agree, but like I said earlier, AEW keeps bucking the rationale. Like, your rational mind says, if that was 100, like if that was a shoot, Tony sitting right here would have put his hand on the mic and said, Punk, no, don't do that. Or grabbed the fucking and ran away with it.
Well, a rational person would do that, but Tony's not rational.
So we see all these things where we're like, this must be a work. It's so crazy. It must be a work. But the company is so fucked up. It's a shoot. All of this is a shoot. And even part of what MJF did was a shoot.
So my question is, does this deserve the cut the shit moments of the year?
Oh well, no, you can have that. That's your moment.
You might have back-to-back cut the shit moments though.
So so
I was gonna say you don't know what number one is, my guy. So
save that.
You're right. Okay, cool.
You let that be the overall decision.
Okay, cool. I'm good on Punk's situation. I mean, I don't talk so much shit about it. Me personally, I'm on Punk's side with it. I give Punk props for doing everything. He had the right. I mean, I ain't gonna say he had the right to do it. He could have done it else, somewhere else. I'm gonna say no. He did it right. He did it at the right place. Why? Because the EVPs have been reporting to Meltzer and all the dirt sheets. But when Punk comes out to report some shit, nothing gets out. So this is what he had to do to get his side of the story out. We got his side of the story. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Couple haters. So that's that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what 2023 brings. Punk should be nearing that time. Punk should be near that time of.
You wait, you're hearing 10, 9, 8, then number 30.
That's the audience that chanted CM Punk during shit matches for years. That audience.
Right.
Oh, man. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and fucking agree with you guys. If CM Punk comes back to WWE, the fucking ratings should be at 2.1 million. 2.95 million. God damn it. I wouldn't mind seeing Punk back in WWE now that I think about it.
It'd be good. Punk
Yeah,
Would you rather see Punk win the Rumble or Rock win the Rumble?
Fuck off with that shit.
Which one?
The Rock part. Black Adam is not winning the fucking Rumble.
Black Adam, Young Rock, XFL.
What the fuck are you choosing, bro? Black Adam or the fucking Peacemaker?
Oh shit.
You gotta choose one of them, but I don't know. I'm not answering that question. I'm gonna plead.
Black Adam getting thrown out by Superman.
Oh
right.
Fucking hell, bro! Imagine if John Cena was the next Superman.
Could you imagine?
Do. That's the Superman theme song. Do.
We can't see him. He's faster than a speeding bullet.
Right, faster than a speeding bullet.
Right. So
quicker than a heel turn.
Quicker than a
All he has to do this is Lois Lane can't see him.
Right. Well, do you want to get to number one?
This man's already about to give out his, moment of the year, so we might as well.
Yeah, we're gonna go to number one now, and I mean, this one just based on what it means for everybody and the historical value of it, I think it was undeniable. I mean, a lot of good stories this year, but the most epic is
for crying the motherfucker out loud.
What, buddy?
For crying the motherfucker out loud.
It has to be the story of the year. Undeniable.
Fuck yeah. The story of the goddamn decade.
That made, we talked about other stories making national news and everything. This 100% made national news, national headlines. This is the guy we thought was going to fucking pass away in the heel and everything.
Yeah,
and
he was
to
just
see him step away. It was just,
I was at work.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I knew this shit was big, bro, when I seen Apple News reporting this shit first. I'm like, what the fuck? Vince McMahon retired. I immediately hopped on Instagram. I had seen it on the Shade Room. I seen it on Complex. Then I went to Twitter, and then I seen his fucking tweet. I said, bro.
What? Now, I mean, this story was crazy because it started with, there was issues already. And I mean, if you want to tie it in big picture, like literally you had, Stephanie step away. You had, Hunter with a cardiac event. Things are Elizabeth. Stephanie. Look at all these colors on my brand.
Mandy Rose.
Look how that one ended up turning out, folks. But yeah, you literally have Triple H. You have Vince, and then all of a sudden, stories of non-disclosure agreements with several people, and it was like, a million.
Shit, I'm still waiting for my check to clear.
Oh wow! Pause.
Is it a big check?
Is it a big check?
It was like one of those, you get at Wheel of Fortune.
You're fucking Happy Gilmore.
The big ass ones. How do I cash this?
Give me one of those big ones. Well, that being said, so Vince is historic. The man ran the wrestling world for decades. And whether people love him or hate him, he was one of the most impactful, if not the most impactful, for better or for worse, than anybody in wrestling ever. He is the guy that brought it to a national stage. He's the guy that made it a global enterprise. He's also the guy that saturated it and maybe killed it. But it's a long story. That being said, we all thought, like you said, that, Vince McMahon was going to die at Gorilla. We thought he was just going to keep going and going and going. And even through this, he was skipping to his loo. He was waving to babies. He didn't give a fuck. And then, he was gone.
Poof. There go his job. Poof. There go his career. Poof. 100 million.
Well, I don't know. He wants to come back.
Now that's part of the continuation, and one of the, it ended up being a year-long story because now you got Papa Paul. We're watching his evolution, but now they got bad ratings, and Vince wants to come back.
Well, and it's still at the end of the day, and I guess if I can have a moment here and everything, Vince McMahon is a lot of the reasons, regardless, at the end of the day, of why most of us are here as professional wrestling fans. Professional wrestling wouldn't exist the way it does
Accusations.
now if it wasn't for Vince McMahon. That being said, that man's got more skeletons in his closet than fucking Spirit Halloween. So the fact that he still wants to try and come back after now even more accusations are coming out and even more aggressive accusations versus just, yeah, I kind of had a fling on the side while I was married, but I paid her some money. Like nothing's technically, unless he was spending company funds to anything like that, was illegal. It was just really sus. And now it's like, all right, now you're getting to the legal proceedings. You're now getting into, you were acting way out of line. And now is when you decide you want to come back. No, you can hold that.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, and I don't think it was a coincidence of like, people are talking about Vince wants to return to WWE. And then like a couple hours later, it's like more accusations heading Vince's way, which to me was someone leaking going, fuck that shit.
Right. Well, there you saw the very quick response of like, those currently inside WWE have no intent on bringing Vince McMahon back in. You saw people sign with the company just based on the fact that Vince wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Vince getting out of the way was the best thing that happened to the WWE in 2022. And it was the worst thing that happened to AEW in 2022. Now we're getting a little bit of a balance in the scales. And I mean, we talk about WWE's ratings right now. I'm not saying that Vince would have better ratings than Papa Paul, but it's just bad timing for them to be in the toilet. If you're Paul.
Wow. Wow. The real question is, where the fuck do you begin? That's what you really ask. Where do you begin?
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
I mean, I really don't even know what to say, man. I was utterly shocked. And I mean, even to this day, it's still like something where you're like, damn, you know, Vince is really gone from WWE. I mean, you can see the change, but I mean, it's still like, damn, like Vince started this. Vince should have been the one that ended this. I mean, we all said that Vince is going to die in the chair, you know, before he give it up. But I mean, 77, it's time to retire. That was like the most, it had to be the most fucking like tweet probably in the world, or noticeable one for one. But I mean, I don't know, man. So, and I've even said it already on the previous shows. I said Vince coming back to WWE, I wouldn't be upset with it because I mean he still has.
Wait. Yeah,
because I mean, it's still WWE. No matter what, it's still Vince's company. He still has a lot to offer to us in general.
What? Shut up,
motherfucker, to us.
Like jail time, like lawsuits, like
it's not. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking about it. I'm like dead ass serious.
So then, what does he have to offer? What do you,
he still has the knowledge, the business mindset that he has. He still knows how to get certain deals that maybe somebody like 100 doesn't know how to get. Of course, we know damn well Vince is still working with WWE, but not in an official capacity. Why? Because his daughter is still, you know, she's the CEO of the company. You wouldn't put Vince McMahon in a powerful situation.
Vince McMahon was booking the shit out of his show, like that.
But it wasn't always Vince, though. But you can't. It wasn't always Vince. It was still Bruce.
The man was accused, or we were approaching the topic of senility when it came to Vince McMahon and everything.
He was all over the fucking place,
right? That's the thing, is this man was accused in June, and June 15th is when the accusations were leaked and everything like that.
Right.
He was still Teflon Vince could come out there and, you know, then now together forever. We're all in this together. No, Vince, I didn't do shit with this. That's you.
Right.
What I'm saying is,
if he comes back,
Vince McMahon coming back is not a negative thing. Yeah, he has accusations around. No,
horribly negative.
But how would it be negative?
First and foremost, he is.
You guys have been WWE, but you guys have been WWE fans for how many years? You have been WWE fans for how many years?
Since childhood. Yeah.
Okay, so why is it a problem for Vince to come back?
Well, first and foremost,
no, hold on, wait. Vince McMahon was the chairman and the CEO of WWE, right?
Yes.
So as as being chairman and CEO, you hire people to write your show, right? And you get the final say so. Final say so went through, but the bookers was Bruce Pritchard, Kevin Dunn.
Oh, but
he also had listen. He also had John
Wait.
Laurinaitis. What I'm saying is Vince to come back, he's not going to be in the same position that he had, obviously. So I'm saying he still has other things that he can do within the corporate standard. Like they said, if there's no McMahon, if there's no McMahon running WWE, then they're afraid that WWE is going to straight up tank.
Which it tanked when the thought of him coming back was. What would you have Vince McMahon do in WWE right now? That's not head of creative. That's not on a board of directors,
corporate structure.
What would you put?
He can run the corporate structure still. He can still run his corporate side.
But
that's where the accusations fucking came from.
Nick Khan.
Motherfuckers. Nick Khan and Vince McMahon made the company $1 billion last year, correct?
Yeah, and they cut half the fucking roster.
But they
I can make a fucking $1 billion if I cut half the people I'm paying.
Okay, so you telling me you paying Braun Strowman $4 million a year?
Yeah.
You paying Braun Strowman $4 million a year.
Yeah, are you asking me? Maybe statement, where are we going here?
No, I'm asking you, are you really going to be paying Braun Strowman as of today $4 million a year?
If my company's making $100 fucking billion, what have you, all of that?
Your company, and there you go, and that's the problem, because you're paying him because you got the money. Now I'm asking, why the fuck are you paying this man? Because you have the money. Why aren't you paying him based off his talent? Braun Strowman is not worth $4 million.
Bring back a guy who's accused of multiple sexual accusations.
Well,
an allegation.
Has he been convicted? Has he been convicted?
That shit? Cool. Time
has he been convicted?
Fucking Father Time doesn't
Has
wait
he
for
been
nobody.
convicted?
No, but it didn't matter. He would lost.
The shit hasn't gone to court yet.
Okay. He hasn't been convicted, right?
The show. Let's ignore everything else. The show sucked with him in charge.
I'm not saying that he's going to be coming back in that fucking capacity.
That's what I asked you, and then you started talking about Braun Breaker making $4 million.
Because motherfucker, that has everything to do with the corporate structure. That's what I'm
where
saying.
Would you put Vince? That's what I'm asking you. Where would you put Vince?
In the corporate structure of WWE.
Where the corporate structure? So he'd be somewhere within the company. He's the janitor that cleans up the fucking shit stall in floor level 2.
Yeah.
Where are you putting him?
Vince, clean up.
Right, clean up in shitter number 2.
Where
are you putting him then?
And what role would Vince take where he didn't just shit on anybody that tried to tell him what to do? It's Vince.
It's his company.
It is. Which is a weird
his company.
Story.
If you don't
you're just gonna let him ride it into the fucking ground,
Nick, if you work, if right now at your job, if you don't like your fucking boss, what are you gonna do? Quit. Find a different place of employment.
Yes.
Adapt like the fucking boss and go on about your fucking day. If you don't like the way that somebody runs, you're gonna quit. You're gonna go find elsewhere.
That's how we got AEW.
Exactly.
So your answer is just too bad, so sad, suck it up. If you don't like it, move on.
Because Vince has ran WWE for over 60 plus years.
That doesn't mean it was good all the time.
But you motherfuckers kept watching it though. The company has never.
There was no other option at the time.
Has the company tanked?
Yes, it's getting close.
How?
I mean, it made $1 billion, so no.
You want to sit there? We can go Christ fucking decade to decade if you want to look at ratings going down and shit.
True. Yeah.
So you telling me this?
You're gonna bring back somebody who has multiple sexual harassment allegations and everything like that against them into the company fold, and just like, all right, well, he used to run the shit. Cool. That doesn't mean fuck all.
Wait, what? I only heard fuck all.
Basically, he's saying that since Vince has all these allegations on him, you shouldn't bring him back to the company.
Right.
That's part of the problem. You can't, though. You're not allowed to screw the
You're
employees.
a publicly traded company.
And even if you weren't, you're not supposed to shag the employees. You're not supposed to. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's frowned upon, especially in a publicly traded company. Especially when you're paying them company money.
When they're independent contract.
You gave a fake paralegal job and paid her 3 times her value so you could shag her. You can't do that. You can't. You can't.
You done?
I'm always done.
So this is gonna be my final question about this topic.
Uh-oh.
Do you know the difference between the corporate side and the live entertainment side?
No, I'm completely confused by it. But yes. Where are you going with it?
Nick, do you know the difference?
I'm waiting for you to go.
No, do you know the difference before I even talk?
Make your case.
Vince McMahon as the chairman and CEO. What side of the company is that on?
What do you mean?
What side of the company is that? Is that the corporate structure or is that the live event structure?
Well, it's clearly the corporate structure as far as.
So that's what I'm fucking saying. So why wouldn't he be allowed to come back in a corporate structure?
Because he fucked the employees. You can't play employees.
Bro, who cares if he fucked an employee? That has nothing to do with us. We shouldn't know that shit. Who gives a fuck? He paid the bit. Ooh, he paid the women the money. They want more. That's on them. They're greedy bastards. That has shit to do with us. They had a fucking NDA. So to my knowledge, that motherfucker can go back and sue them dumbasses.
Yeah, that's why he's accused
Yes, he
of multiple of things I don't want to say because I like being on YouTube and everything like that. Like you're defending
I'm
this
just
guy
saying,
right now.
I'm not defending.
Like, okay, so you make a great fucking attorney for R. Kelly, then I guess when it comes to this.
Oh shit! No.
But that's a different fucking. That's a whole
Right,
different
but
thing.
no, this man's been accused of shit that he should serve fucking jail time and shit for it.
But
And you're like, well, because he fucking founded the company, so he should just be allowed to walk the fuck back in. No.
Well, I mean, he could. I mean, like Dale pointed out.
Could and should are two different things.
No, he shouldn't. It would kill it. All the people that you just started recruiting back and all the people that are eager to come back are going to go right back to fucking AEW because they'd rather put up with Tony's bullshit than Vince's bullshit.
Right. You had people go to WWE specifically because Vince
So
left.
you don't understand what Vince really retired for. Vince only retired because he literally gave away corporate money. Literally.
That was part of it. Yes.
There's a sexual misconduct allegations going on because he gave away hush money from WWE.
Yeah, you can't do that.
If the motherfucker paid money out of his pocket, I guarantee you Vince will still be running WWE.
Maybe not. It's a tough sell in this day and age.
It's not a tough sell because no, it's not a tough sell because
I wouldn't get a ticket. Like
it's not a tough sell because if you read the fucking articles, he only retired because of the hush money allocation.
Right, but you're arguing because so if he didn't fuck up, he wouldn't be in trouble. Cool, but he did fuck up.
Yeah, and
because he gave company money away. That's
right.
Where
that's a problem.
It's his fucking company though.
But no,
it's a public shareholder.
Bro, I'm sorry, but he hired
CJ.
This motherfucker owns 80% of the goddamn company. He hired some hoes to do some nasty shit. That's between him and his motherfucking company. Now he fucking stepped down because it is a fucking publicly traded motherfucking company. I'm sorry for cussing, but goddamn, forgive me in this fucking video. But motherfucker, he can come back right now and be anything he wants to do.
Monetized video at all. That's funny as shit.
I'm just saying, bro. He stepped down to CEO and chairman. That's fine. He's not going to be the CEO nor chairman in WWE no more. But he could still have a corporate job within the company. I don't know what position he can be, but I'm saying if the man wants to come back to his own company, he has all the rights to come back to his own company. It's simple as that.
Ambassador. Nope. Can't even be a brand ambassador.
He could be a brand ambassador. Why? Because his name has value. 60 plus years, bro. He ran WWE.
Value to shit because he's got a lot of allegations
for hush money, bro. Hush money.
But people don't like hush money.
Who?
And the only reason he retired was because if they kept digging, they would have found a whole lot of skeletons in that closet. In the closet.
So now you're accusing this man of murdering somebody?
They sit there and put the shovel in the dirt, and they fucking found like, 2 or 3 bodies in that shit. They didn't even go out. They didn't go a foot fucking down. And they found 2 or 3. If they went all the way down, they're finding fucking caravans of shit coming out of there.
I'm just saying, bro. If this come back, there's no problem with that.
There's a huge problem with it. You can be so nonchalant.
And if hell freezes over, there's no problem with that either. I guess at this point,
the motherfuckers is in hell would finally be happy that they're fucking.
It'd be warm as shit up here. I guess that's the way CJ's feeling.
I'm just saying, bro. The motherfucker stole money. He didn't even steal money. I'm sorry. If
You can't try to get somebody when you say he stole money. It depends. You can't do that.
Question.
That's bad.
Question.
Like, you got me all with a squeaky voice out here.
Yeah,
You
right?
can't sit there and try and say, so what? The motherfucker stole money. What?
CJ, question.
Mhm.
You're a shareholder
Mhm.
in WWE.
Mhm.
You're expecting X amount of dollars. And you know what? After a few years of collecting your money, life's good. But you find out the guy in charge is actually spending your money, not his. Your
But
money.
it isn't the shareholders' money.
Vince
owns 80%
You
of
literally
WWE.
just said the man was stealing
I
money.
didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's accusation.
Bullshit.
Accusations. False accusations are being. You are bullshitting me.
Letter by letter where you said that shit.
Holy shit. This is why this is the #1 story of the year, by the way.
Accusation.
Facts.
And then on top of that, this motherfucker hate Vince McMahon so bad, but look at his fucking name.
Oh.
Fuck out of here.
I would hate Vince McMahon.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro, the motherfucker could come back, bro. All he got is a couple hush money allegations on him. The shit is gonna get wiped away. But I'm okay. If it was that bad, how come he hasn't? How come a lot of how come his shit hasn't been taken away from him already?
Like what?
Like his fucking awards, his recognition and shit. Why are people still praising him? Why is he still gonna be coming to the Hall of Fame? Why does he still get to work with the WWE to this damn day? In the background, why is he able to do this shit? Why is he still an 80% shareholder of WWE?
Give me a single thing of that's actually happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is he still married?
Why is he still alive? Is that what the fuck you're asking me?
Right, basically. I mean, if y'all said the man can't go back to fucking work and shit, I mean, hey,
because he out there trying to get all them
Why is there a problem?
What have you?
But why is there a problem for Vince McMahon to pay a woman with consent?
Because he touched women without consent as well.
But the fucking motherfucker, he retired because he had fucking consent from a couple of hoes. Literally.
Right.
Women. They weren't professionals. They were
nothing was professional.
Well, I mean, they were collecting money
outside of your own spending money, and then since then, now he's touched. He's had relations with women that was outside of their consent. If you want to go that way, you tapped the fucking gravestone there, and you dug a little bit deeper and realized, oh, this shit is really bad down here.
Look, I'm gonna say this: I don't condone any sexual allegations, or I'm sorry, not sexual. I don't condone any sexual misconduct, sexual assault cases, or any shit like that. I don't condone none of that shit. But KJ, if you are the owner of Wrestling for Life, or you are, and let's say, for instance, you're making hundreds of thousands. Yeah, you're on 100. No, shut the fuck up. You own 100. You own 100 million. You mean you got $100 million in the bank? You got 2 employees, me and Nick. You got to pay us a certain amount of money, right?
Right.
But as a company, you take money out of the company shares. I mean, out of the company, but you own 80% of that amount of money. You take some of that money out, and you go hire a woman, and she gives you consent to have sex with her, right? So why the fuck would me and him be mad if we still getting paid?
Why the fuck are we going here?
Okay. This is becoming an ethics debate now. Listen, man.
And Valdez, it wasn't fucking prostitution. The woman gave consent.
But she
why are you defending this shit so hard in the paint?
Wait.
Because he deserves a job. He deserves to have a job. The man has to eat.
Yeah, he had a job for fucking 60 odd fucking years now. Piss off into retirement.
Yeah.
Why does he have to be forced to retire because a woman want to step out?
Because he's fucking senile.
Well, there's multiple reasons. I think that's why
let me count the ways. Mojo.
Carrying Cross in a BDSM
Six, Reggie, Dana Brooke, let me count the ways.
Girls ain't got shit to do with this.
All right, so then fucking T-Bar, Retribution. Again, let me count the ways.
Right? No, I think, and plus he's old as shit and he didn't know what he was doing. So,
but Robert Kraft still owns the Patriots and he don't know what he's doing apparently. But he still got a fucking football team. And no. Matter of fact, Robert Kraft has actually had sexual allegations against him. How come he's not stepping down as owner of the Patriots? Oh, okay. Same thing with Donald Trump.
Example, Dave Sanders exist as a fucking NFL owner.
Wait, what?
What did you say?
I said because the NFL ownership is basically a fucking mafia. It's 32 teams and everything. And I said example of why Dan Snyder still exists as a fucking owner. When that man's let.
What about Jerry Jones?
What?
Jerry Jones.
That's a person. Yes.
He even had racial allegations against him. He was even found in a fucking picture of a racist ass picture. Listen, he's still.
If there was a way to pin those guys to the wall into a point where, like, and you know what?
Motherfucker, they got solid proof.
But again, when money fucking talks a big way, the problem for Vince is he's in a public traded company and he fucks with other people's money. The other people that are mad at
money, bro. You own 80. You telling me, bro? If I own 80% of my company, I can't take some money out.
No.
Yes, because that's this thing called illegal, and you know how that's how you know when you're winning an argument when people have to start referencing other leagues and shit like that to try and defend their argument.
But I own 80% of my fucking company.
That doesn't mean it's okay.
It does mean it's
okay if you own the company.
Right? Bullshit.
Hold on. If it's your company, you can fucking spend your money wherever you want.
None of it's publicly traded. That's a publicly traded company.
That's the caveat. Is it's a publicly traded company. So there's people's money. It's not your money anymore. It is, but it isn't. And you get 80% of what the company makes. They get the other bit. And if you're taking shit off the top and knocking down like $300,000 fake fucking employees, like she wasn't even qualified. They made her a fucking legal aid because it was on like one of her interests on her resume.
She aided something.
She wasn't even qualified for the job. She made $300,000 to suck at her job.
She was head of the class, okay? She was head of the class.
And it's not polite to call them hoes.
No matter how many area code.
But that's what she was. She was doing it with two guys. So she's a hoe.
Something strange for a little piece of change.
Well, is that not part of the problem? Is that he handed him off to his buddy?
No, that's not a problem. A hoe gonna be a hoe, bro. You gotta bust him down there.
That John Laurinaitis over there with the people power, and that was a problem.
And that was a problem. She was sucking his people power.
Why are you so hard in the fucking paint for this? Like, that's the thing, is why are you like championing the flag of like, no, I think this man should be back because he likes to hire the hot girl.
The reason why I'm so hard in the paint for this, the reason why I'm so hard in the paint for this is because of this. Right here has become the official cut the shit moment for me up today. Me even arguing about Vince McMahon coming back is complete shit. It's a shit idea. Why the fuck? Come on now. You know damn well when Vince McMahon fucking announced that he was fucking retiring, bro, I immediately was fucking happy. I was glad. I was even happy with the motherfuckers that Triple H brought back. So you really think that I'm going to sit here and truly say, yes, Vince McMahon should come back to the company. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what she was doing. I was like, wait, I'm waiting to see where you go with this. I was like, hey, if you're thinking that I even have to sit here and defend that Vince needs to have a reason to come back, I was like, I swear to God, right now.
I got a little suspicious when he went, so what he stole? I was like, wait.
I was like, I'll find a right to say,
oh my God. That's the cut the shit moment for me at the goddamn day, bro. Y'all really think I'm going to sit here and fucking defend somebody that had fucking sexual misconduct around them and shit? Motherfucker stole. How the fuck you gonna steal from your own company, bro, and expect to get away from it? Come on now.
You're like,
what sense does that fucking make?
Trump's name into shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, all this shit.
Shit that makes no sense.
I feel like we're gonna have to sit down with CJ and talk about how
I was
things
gonna
are
say,
going.
you had me. I'm over here. Linda, it's the
Right? I was setting up to do the disclaimer of like, just so everyone knows the opinion of that guy over there.
Right, like we do like each other.
Man,
don't cancel the channel, just cancel him.
That is funny as hell, man. Wow.
Oh man. All right, you guys want to jump into the honorable mentions? I got a list of news stories that didn't quite cut it.
Yeah, that's fine. I got another 2 hours.
Well, I'm doing this. I'm not giving us a chance to talk, so we're good.
Yeah, sure. You say that now.
Well, we'll talk after about some of these things.
All right.
Oh fuck yeah! There we go.
That ain't what I'm mad.
Go get a snack, guys. We're gonna be here. Yeah, honorable mention. Yes, I got this. Yes.
What
No one knows why
the fuck was the Black Adam doing?
I did that for you, and I knew you laughed when you saw it. We had a discussion about Black Adam.
Bro, wait.
I'm looking at you, my guy.
DJ's like, we can talk about this. I was like, the fuck we can.
No, see, to me, the biggest thing that didn't make, I guess, the list or what have you is the White Rabbit.
It's there.
I know, I understand it's under
Oh, they
honorable
didn't make
mention,
top
but I'm
five.
saying that it didn't make in that discussion-y area and everything because that shit had us fucking hooked from the minute that happened.
Yeah, I think it was a phenomenon. I think it was right there. You can argue. I mean, a lot of people out there, because of recency bias, will say Mandy Rose is the biggest story of the fucking year.
Fuck no.
But yeah, Bray has a valid argument. I think the counter was the stories that just edged out in the 5 were longer standing stories, and I'm worried that Bray's fizzling out a little. We need to pick this back up going into 2022. 23. Fuck, I'm not doing this one again.
I was gonna say, which is fizzling out quicker, Sasha or Bray?
Bray Wyatt.
Bray. We don't know what's happening with Sasha yet.
I don't know what's going on with Bray yet either.
No, that's true. But I think because we know there's something coming, but it's just waiting to fucking when Rumble. Like, just put him in a match. Can we get Bray in a match?
I think it's because there's LA Knight that's there with him. That's at this point outshining Bray. And now, versus Naomi's very much just kind of disappeared into the nether of there's no one that could outshine Sasha in this whole story. Versus Bray, we've been on stream and everything 100% of saying, all right, you need to start pulling these fucking threads together to make this make sense.
Yeah, a little bit. And I think it was a huge story. It really, really was. But this is fucking insane about 2022, right? Like, dude, Vince McMahon retired. CM Punk came back to wrestling, which we didn't expect the previous year, to only quit this year. Like,
yeah, the whole streams though shut down because of QR codes and everything like that. We were sitting there talking about pink bunnies in Italy as the same time we're talking about this, that, and the third over here.
Well, is it not ironic that I mean, I'm the fucking Bray guy and I'm defending why he didn't make the top 5?
Right? Yeah,
I'm actually surprised.
All around.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually surprised that Bray wasn't at least number 5 on that list. But I mean, when you actually truly look at the list, Bray would probably fit in number 6, low key. Just because I mean, it's Bray Wyatt, but at the same time, Sasha Banks had a bigger story. That shit was crazy as hell. MJF was another big story. Fucking Vince McMahon was one. I'm really shocked Triple H wasn't on there either.
I kind of lumped him in. We kind of lumped him in, right? Like he's part of that, Vince, Papa Paul, the whole thing. I think
he's the puppet master.
Yeah, I'm really surprised about that. But I mean, those top 5 stories we went over today was definitely some big, big stories. I mean, the MJF one, it may be like one of those where it could have maybe fiddled around, but at the same time, the impact it had, it deserved that spot. So.
Yeah. And it's a tough show because it becomes objective to a certain degree, right? Of like, and I'm a big Bray fan, so I could see why we would want to push it higher. And then, again, just talking to you guys and stuff and trying to figure it all out, it just falls like I think CJ nailed it. That 6th spot is just where that story lands.
But so then I guess I know we've had the list and everything, but to you personally, which is the bigger story of the all-out fallout or Vince McMahon finally relinquishes the
Vince, no matter what. Vince, no matter what. It's just because Vince was in like bigger news, categories and stuff. That's all.
Yeah,
like, I seen him get him reposting a hot topic. Confusing.
Decades of wrestling tyranny were about to come to an end. Like people rejoiced in the streets, and did Nick mute himself?
Yeah.
Vince McMahon has fallen. The kingdom has fallen. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. Like,
fuck you.
It was like the fall of it was just such a staple. Every one of us on this screen right now, when we were born, Vince was already running the company. It's crazy. And we just watched it evolve. And then in some cases it de-evolved where we started asking, like, why is he sitting on TV asking fucking, theory about an egg? Why is he like doing the same shit for fucking Rumbles? And Austin Theory just gets it was just bad shit after bad shit. It's such an epic thing that Vince does not run the WWE directly. That there can't be anything else, in my humble opinion.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But I mean, the brawl, dude, that was epic. That's AEW's biggest story, obviously. I mean, it spiked the ratings. They were over 1 million for 4 weeks.
That's AEW. I feel if you're going apples to oranges to an extent of that's AEW's biggest story of their existence at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's pivotal because you literally went from having press conferences where you had your arm around Punk, telling everybody he's your biggest draw, he's your big, the 1 million box office thanks to Punk, TV ratings thanks to Punk. Brawl happens, bye Punk, and we don't want to talk about Punk.
You had your arm around him to one your arm to go like this.
Yeah, and you should have done this and saved everyone a headache.
All right.
AEW losing Punk is not a good thing. And I know some people don't like Punk. He was your biggest draw. And for 4 weeks, you hit 1 million on just the idea to show up to talk about something that happened with Punk. And then it hasn't been 1 million since.
My biggest thing, and I guess this might be probably the last thing I talk about any of this AEW and anything like that, of that it was the voice that was outside of the echo chamber that is the founders of AEW, outside of the founders of the Elite, that was outside of the little Ring of Honor clique, what have you, that came into AEW. It was the true outside perspective voice, and it was the last one besides Cody that was outside the echo chamber.
Yeah, I think when Punk basically opened that true forbidden door, because after the Punk situation happened, we've started to see really more things behind the scenes that was really like, okay, is AEW really a great environment to work around, or is it more of a, if you work with the Bucks on the indie scene, then yeah, you'll be a perfect fit. Because honestly, with Eddie Kingston, I don't know even how Eddie Kingston is doing it, nor Andrade Idolo with the whole Sammy Guevara situation.
They're not doing well.
Right, and that's one of the topics.
Eddie tweet now. They keep hiring more and more fuckboys to.
And see, that's what I was gonna get into, because I want to know if this man is truly like working or is he shooting. Me personally, I don't think that Eddie Kingston is a guy that works. And see, I don't think Eddie Kingston is a work. He's going to speak his truth no matter what. This based off of where he's from, first of all. And I mean, that's probably why we haven't seen the motherfucker on TV. Same thing with Miro. Miro just denied to lose a match. Now he's off of AEW TV, even though he was already off of AEW.
How do we even know that's like that's
all the dirt sheets are reporting it, and it makes sense. But it makes sense though. Tell me this, bro. How are you going to book Miro? How do you make Miro from a top guy to nobody? How do you do that?
I commented TV. I saw a thing today, and again from one of the inner circle of the AEW, that surmised that some of the WWE guys are really having difficulty accepting a loss, or no. You misunderstand. Miro, FTR, these guys aren't afraid to lose. They're afraid to go under to shit talent and look garbage doing it. That's the fucking problem with the WWE.
I was gonna say, what insider source was that? And was its last name Meltzer?
Probably.
Yeah.
But to KJ, to add on to KJ, come on now. I mean, like I said, you can't book Miro to, Miro was a former TNT champion. Miro was the Redeemer. Miro was a guy favorite. I forget what it was, but he was something like that. And he he's a big draw as well for AEW. So why would you bring Miro out and have him lose to a guy like, give me a random guy, somebody.
Like Lee Moriarty?
Yeah, why would you have him lose to him? Why would you have him lose to like a Dante Martin? Why would you have him lose to like what's that fucking guy, the Eddie guy? Fuck, I don't know his name. The old guy that used to be in SCU.
He was about to say Eddie Kingston. I was like,
no.
Oh, you mean Frankie Kazarian?
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian, I guess. And there's somebody else that we thought. There's somebody. Ain't the motherfucking name Eddie or Ed? I don't fucking know.
Frankie.
What's the guy that was like y'all was saying they were going to build up a feud between him and MJF before Ricky starts? Ethan Page. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Ethan Page. So why would me as Miro come in the ring and I lose to Ethan Page? Why would I do that? I'm a guy that has already been set. My foundation has been set, and that's what Tony's problem is. I see. You bring these guys in, you reach them to the top, and then you fucking lower them and expect them to accept that shit.
That report we were looking at, did it say what match he turned down, or did it just say a match? I believe it didn't say what match. And what I thought happened was he was going to be in the All Atlantic tournament, and he'd lose in the final. And I don't think he wanted that. And I think at the end of the day, we said it. I did anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking for you guys. Miro should have won that damn tournament. And again, if someone comes from WWE and you're booking them and they suck, you have every right to not want them. However, if like Miro is there, he's over. The Redeemer is amazing. He's a monster. Use him instead of fucking Jericho every week.
I think initially we said that the finals of that tournament, because I almost feel like this is what it could have initially been, was Malachi Black versus Miro for the final.
And I would have been fine with Pac and Malachi Black being on different sides and making it to the final together.
Right.
But Miro, I thought, was a shoo-in, and no. So I don't think guys like Miro have a problem taking a loss. I don't think FTR has a problem taking a loss. We just saw it on Wednesday. The FTR,
they don't have a problem taking a loss because they out that fucking door.
7-star FTR lost to the Ass Boys last night.
Pause. 7-star FTR called Hunter that same night and said, "All right, when do we sign?"
Did y'all see the report where it says FTR just said they want to work with Cody Rhodes very, very soon? Also on the Miro situation, Lana apparently said that he's going to be returning to WWE. So,
I think you go Ric Flair, Cody Rhodes, and FTR, and you got a little
Oh, shut the! I know exactly where you're going there.
Woo!
Woo! War Horseman. Woo!
Wee.
Just in there.
Yeah.
I think KJ smoked
out and I put it upside.
Right?
KJ over there smoking that wee weed.
You got that Ric Flair drip, that wee woo.
The wee woo weed.
Yeah, wee woo.
Yeah. Now there was, like I said, it's a crazy year. Like on a year where NXT changed brands and evolved into black and orange or black and gold again-ish. We're not even talking about that in the top 10 of the stories this year. Because nobody really we're like, it happened. It was a big deal, kind of. Not
because it's NXT.
Sammy Guevara gets in multiple altercations. He didn't make the top 5. Sammy, having beef with Kingston, having beef with Andrade, having beef with the general public for what he did with Tay or Ty, Mello, Conti, whatever the fuck, and that whole story. Well, we didn't do anything. Yeah, all right.
I feel like I need to quote the Eddie Kingston promo here. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I don't like Chris Jericho. I don't like Samuel.
100%, man. I don't know. What were a couple of the other ones that went by? What were there? Oh, I saw his face. Mandy Rhodes, big story right now.
I wouldn't even say, I can't even say that she's a big story no more. Because I mean, realistically, did you see the comparison of what Drew McIntyre made compared to what she
that
did?
hurts a little bit.
So I mean, bro, I'll take $500,000 within a couple weeks over 43K in a couple weeks. So
yeah,
that's just me.
Well, collect
what you can. What's taking home versus what is coming in versus what's really getting spent, what have you, of what she's really taking on the net income.
I mean, if you're making $500,000 on the platform, I mean, I doubt that they're taking more than 20%.
Right, but you don't know what you're paying for an agent, what you're paying for this, what you're paying for that.
What the fuck she need an agent for? She's doing that shit herself.
No,
that's cool.
You can.
Good job. You think that?
Katie talking about no. You can do OnlyFans by yourself.
Oh, you can. I mean,
but that's what I'm talking about.
That's cool.
I think when we're at that level, you got a bunch of people for different
Stephanie
things.
over in Dorm 7 over there. Cool. That doesn't mean that Mandy Rose is doing that shit too.
This man. Yeah, no, I mean, I think at Mandy's level, you have her agent was the one that told fucking TMC she made $500,000 in a week.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, her agent released the numbers. So
right, but I'm okay.
I'm seeing the word.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No, because I'm taking it as in like you're referring to like $500K. That's her only source of income.
Oh no.
But you're saying out of that $500K, how much did she pay her agent? Like you're making it seem like that $500K is her lifeline now. That's what you made it seem like.
Never did I say that. But
no,
okay.
But I'm saying that's what you're making it seem like because you're saying like, okay, out of that, how much? But you're saying like, how much did she? What was her outcome?
No, I just asked
you literally fucking said that. You said
if
she make $500K. How much?
No, but you're saying I said like that was her only income and that was her lifeline. I said how much of that is she taking home?
That's how right. You said how much you taking home after her agent, after some other shit. That's what I'm saying. How much is being spent? That's what I'm saying. You made it seem like that was her only source of income, and that's where I was coming from with it. You didn't say, but that's
cool.
How
you can come from that, but I never said that.
I never said that. But yeah, I mean, even this one, Aleister Black taking time off and then having beef with the dirt sheets was a big story. BCW telling off Vince McMahon, not Vince McMahon, well, WWE for putting the kibosh on their pay-per-view was a kind of fun story out of left field. You know what one I thought
was actually I saw today that was disputed. That came out of misunderstanding.
Oh,
yeah, misunderstanding.
Our bad.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't know you wanted the guy that we had under contract.
Oh, you know what? Take him. Oh, the show was. We totally would have.
Sorry, shit. We didn't know. I missed that email.
Another big story this year, and I think it might have been a slight oversight on our part. With maybe not just his last match, but the 2022 that Ric Flair had. Like, Ric Flair was a story unto himself, including his last match that we covered. And then this guy's in Vegas smoking weed with Tyson. He's on, all over the place. It started, we had to talk about the fucking dark side of the ring. Like, he's had a fucking roller coaster of 2022.
I was about to say something really dark, though. Like that. We're praising the fact that he made it through 2022.
Wee woo.
Wee-woo.
And Jeff Jarrett's a story, but we're not getting into that tonight at all. No. But overall, 2022 has been a crazy year. That is our top 5. If you're just tuning in, go hit play once we get off and stop it, Nick. I'm just kidding, man. We are rolling through to the end here. But that is our top 5 big stories of the year. It's been an insane year. And who knows? Something crazy could happen, before we get to the end. I mean, we do have John Cena having his one and only match in 2022. But yeah, just a quick recap. We had Sasha and Naomi at 5. We had MJF's pipe bomb at 4. Rose to WWE as 3. The brawl out at All Out was number 2. And of course, doesn't matter who was on this chart this year. The year that Vince McMahon retires and steps away from running things in WWE, that will always be the biggest story. And if he does come back, that will be the biggest story of 2023. If he leaves again, that will be the biggest story of 2023 or 24. That is just Vince McMahon. It's his aura. It's who he is.
All right.
Yeah. Now with 2022 in the books, guys, I mean, are you looking forward to 2023?
Shit, I mean, with the new AEW picture that they got coming out, it should be crazy. I mean, I'm very curious to figure out, you know, what WWE is going to do their first official pay-per-view in 2023. I guess it's going to be the Rumble. So
yeah,
I guess it's a fresh start. Let's see if we really got a New Japan Pro Wrestling deal.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for the biggest story in 2023, since we're wrapping up 2022 and all of that? What's your early out of the gate? We haven't even crossed that border yet of what's your early prediction for biggest story of 2023?
Can I give you 3 of them?
Go ahead. You
I like it.
Rock beats Roman.
Oh.
CM Punk returns to AEW.
Shit.
Randy Orton returns and beats Roman.
All right.
That man loses for Rock and Orton.
Everybody.
No. I'm those are not saying that they're like happening once. I'm
right,
saying,
but
like,
in the same year, still shit.
No, I'm saying those are possibilities for the biggest stories in 2023.
Fair enough.
I like CM Punk to show up at the Rumble. That'd be fucking hilarious and lovely, and leading to CM Punk and Cody at Mania. Chris Jericho will have the AEW title in 2023. I'm willing to bet money on that one, and I believe that we will finally get a Bray Wyatt match and storyline involving wrestling at some point in 2023.
I'm gonna start. If we're going 3, I guess there's been a trend here of. I'll start with what I think is maybe least likely / not the biggest storyline of Sasha Banks main events headlines a pay-per-view with WWE in 2023.
Oh wow! I thought you were gonna say full year.
Number 2 is Roman Reigns goes over The Rock at WrestleMania 39, and is still undisputed, universal, what have you, in the third. And number 1, I think what's still going to end up being the biggest news story in 2023 is CM Punk returns to WWE.
Yeah, I like it. I like this one too. I think CM Punk coming back to WWE is amazing.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Right, but you only get so many options, so that's the good thing. I hope 2023 is as chaotic and insane. It's good for business. It's good for the channel. Keep the news coming. Keep it exciting. We got to brawl it all out. Our channel, AEW's ratings, everybody's happy when shit happens. So keep it coming. Jade loses the I like
that should be spicy as hell. I'd say I go far saying Jade loses to Naomi.
Oh, interesting. Is it possible Sasha goes back and Naomi doesn't?
Correct.
Poor Naomi.
It's possible for both of them though. Sasha can go back, but Naomi does go back. I mean, technically, the 2 motherfuckers are still suspended, but okay.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck off, Viper. Oh, fuck off.
I love this, and I'm actually mad that I missed it on my 3, but Sammy KO, Sammy actually getting a title shot at Roman in 2023.
Oh, that's a good shout, because I've been out here of saying that's your Kofi Mania, your yes movement. Yep. That's your
spicy moment.
Super sympathy moment of he beats Roman for the title.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy if he beats Roman. It really would be crazy. So who would have ever predicted that? But I mean, it writes itself if you do it properly.
Right.
Vince turns up. That's what Vince collects all the guys from WWE that don't like losing, and he forms like the VWO and takes over.
Right. No, wait, hold on. He didn't say which Vince he was talking about. He was talking about Russo, not McMahon.
So. Shit.
Different one.
Fucking Shane McMahon to be over there first. That was so fucking funny, bro.
That would be AEW Underground.
Right, when we all thought that Shane was about to sign to AEW, and this motherfucker come out talking about, I bought Ring of Honor. Fucking twist of the year.
I still think if fucking WWE signs CM Punk, the only move that Tony has is, here comes the money. Like, let's go. You need it. You need it.
No, can they use that though? It'd be like,
no.
It'd be like, can you get my money?
Why do you gotta ruin my dreams?
That money, and they'd have to find some sort of like trademark, like knockoff version for that.
Charlotte returns with Andrade. There you go. Charlotte should return in 2023. That's a good shout. I know we talked about playing little games and joking around, but we actually talked the shit out of tonight. So I don't think we're gonna keep going with that idea. I don't know.
What you mean? What you mean?
So,
the accusations that this man has brought up.
Yeah, I don't crazy. Transition to it anymore.
You a Canadian motherfucker?
What?
Damn. Jay versus Flair would be nice.
What about New Japan pro wrestlers appearing in a WWE ring in 2023? Reach. Kyrie Sane in the Rumble. Oh, hey, that's mine. Nick's like, I don't want to talk about it.
No, I'm just throwing up my hands on all this. I'm like,
right.
I think Will Ospreay will come up so he can be number one in 2023 PWI Insider.
You got so mad about it. A point I wasn't even arguing.
I'm not even mad about it. Jay White.
You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
Jay White in the Royal Rumble. I'm totally down for this. Absolutely. Sign Jay White now. Yeah, I mean, dude, I listen, fantasy booking in my head is like just dumb shit of if you had like a Jay White, a Nick Aldis, someone else in that kind of vein, you really have a potential of building something dynamic.
You get to a final 10 even of like in the Rumble, and it's Jay White, Nick Aldis, Cody Rhodes,
Matt Cardona.
You can start naming all the list of like, holy shit, like I'm fine with that.
Right. Oh, it was you that said it. I'm like, someone said Edge.
Might as well bring that fucktard back.
Oh, he will be back. I don't think he's going to get a world title.
He's going to face Demon.
What?
He's going to face the Demon in Hell in a Cell.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Accusations.
Rumors. Bo Dallas. Do we find out if there's a Wyatt 6 in 2023? We're sitting here in the next review going, the story's still going, but he hasn't done anything.
I was going to say, you do, but it's that there isn't one.
No, you still don't think there's so Howdy in the aisleway was still Bray?
Split personality. The man came out. I feared for the day the man came out there in full prosthetics and everything like that. And sure as shit, that's what we got in full prosthetics and everything, looking like a fucking melted fucking claymation there coming out.
It's going to come off, and it's going to be Bo Dallas.
Right. Well, that's the thing is it should have come off instead of we're going to have 3 minutes of just ha, 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 ha. Yeah, that's all true. That.
If I got to shit on Jericho for being dumb, I got to shit on Bray Wyatt because that sucked. So,
right.
By the way, I don't like Chris Jericho. Anyway, that was just a random side note. I just feel like I got to say that at least once a stream to make myself feel better about life. But that being said, folks, that is our countdown. That is our year in review. That is us. That's CJ. That's Nick. I'm KJ. We will be back tomorrow. Doubleheader Friday goes ahead. We're going to have a good time. We have the eve of Christmas Eve. In some parts of my country, it's called Tibbs Eve. Anybody knows what that means. But yes, big.
That's where you all go to fucking Tim Hortons.
Tibbs. That's close. But, you know.
I got there.
It's a little more of a sloppy walk on Tibbs Eve. But that all being said, we will be back right up until Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, we'll be here for our annual awards show. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, let everybody you know we're here. And folks, thank you so much. If we miss you, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. This man's falling asleep on us. And other than that, folks, CJ, final thought. Nick, final thought.
Woosah.
All right, I'm gonna end it with this. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you put that for life with it. What?
See you on the flip side, folks. Thank you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. CJ, wake up.